so cheery.
You're an M&M. There's no point in wondering where your pockets are. Tasting smooth, creamy milk. Chocolate center. You're an M&M. It's alright. There's no sense in wondering where your pockets are.
Milk chocolate melts in your mouth.
Don't worry, they say hi.
Solid milk chocolate.
M&M's. I love being on TV when you're an M&M. Don't worry, it's alright.
Solid milk chocolate.
M&M's. Don't worry, get in the ball.
Milk chocolate melts in your mouth.
Do you think bite-sized candies? Milk chocolate. Do you think bite-sized candies? Creamy milk chocolate. Do you think bite-sized candies? I hope no one almond chocolate. Do you think bite-sized candies? Chocolate center. Milk chocolate. When you're an M&M, no one wrong. There's no point in wondering where your pockets are. Only M&M's candies. When you're an M&M, it's alright. There's no sense in wondering where your ear holes are.
Milk chocolate melts in your mouth.
So it's that kind of party. Dark chocolate, darker than they see. So it's that kind of party. When you're an M&M, 13 more hours, oh no.
Solid milk chocolate.
Aye, 13 more hours, oh no.
Milk chocolate melts in your mouth.
Do you think bite-sized candies? Milk chocolate. Rock the boat. Bite-sized candies. Creamy milk chocolate. Milk chocolate. Do you think bite-sized candies? M&M's. Almond chocolate. Do you think bite-sized candies? Chocolate center. When you're an M&M.
Milk chocolate melts in your mouth.
Must buy other.
Milk chocolate melts in your mouth.
Creamy milk chocolate. Milk chocolate.
Milk chocolate melts in your mouth.
Must buy other.
Milk chocolate melts in your mouth.
They say hi. When you're an M&M.
All the M&Ms you could want. With peanuts or plain.
Might wonder. Might wonder. You're an M&M. 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 You're an M&M.
Milk chocolate. Bite-sized cat chocolate center. Milk chocolate. Bite-sized cat chocolate center. The M&M's can only all new M's. The M&M's can bite-sized candies. M's. The M&M's can only all new M's. The M&M's can.
75 years. Now it's 85 years. Hello, everyone. Coming straight into that after watching an Eminem music video. That's always a nice one. Except I haven't had M&Ms in forever, though, unfortunately.
Same.
But I think the one Eminem I really liked, of course, regular Peanuts is good. I'll
That's
give
the
him
green
that.
one, bro. The green one with the long legs, right? Isn't that the one that?
I was talking about the filling for a peanut, but sure, go with that.
Isn't that the one that became like a big issue a few years ago or something because they got rid of it or something or whatever? I don't know.
I have no idea. After a while, M&Ms are just M&Ms. So you
It's just
can eat
chocolate. It's
them.
literally just chocolate. It's just nothing else.
Technically, probably not, but I have heard that M&M is coming out with natural dye M&Ms, I believe, in the near future.
It's because of RFK. That's why. That's the only reason why.
RFK in his distinct voice, I'm going to beat you on the back end if you don't make it natural. And
Yeah.
they said, wow, that guy's scary. We better make it natural. And so they will. Red, I believe they said is the one that's not going to be a little more difficult, but they'll get there. But anyway, hello everyone. My name is Dara Moose, or Dara
Mouth.
for short, because some of you kids didn't move past first grade, and it shows. Sadly, it shows. I live in a world where there are literate illiterates, and that is a sadness. Please, would you donate 25 cents to help your illiterate literates? Because no one else is going to help them. Ooh, this says caution. I'm going to keep going. They can read, but they choose not to. But anyway.
That's interesting. I've always wondered, why do we have instructions on shampoo bottles? The older I get, the more I understand.
Is it because it slips out of your hand every once in a while? It's like, Butterfingers.
Sure. SHORE. Sure.
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 And that's all the answer I'm going to get today. But anyway, I get almost had a frog in my throat. But anyway, I get to have on the one and only Fatal Investing, Financial Freedom, aka Once Fatal Investing.
Don't
He changed his
dead name me, bro. Don't dead name me. Come on.
He's got fatal in the name. He's deadly. You need to have like a rattler or something.
Yeah.
People like, is he really that deadly? Ah, he's here to take your finances to the next level. Ah. Although
In a
I
deadly
will
manner.
say, I will say that Caleb Hammer.
You know, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of Caleb Hammer. He is
Yeah.
he is what I was hoping to take my channel to, but unfortunately did not get there. And it is what it is, right? But I agree with him on a lot. I agree with him more than Dave Ramsey. Let's face it, because Dave Ramsey,
yeah,
he's good for his era, but
yeah,
it doesn't cut it anymore. That's actually something I want to talk about today as well. There's a lot of
yeah.
topics I want to talk to you about today, actually. So
Yeah. Well, and the funny thing is that he has his own YouTube channel, but he does another one called Front Page.
Mhm.
If you've never heard of it, where they talk about very different things, and birth rates all over the world. I mean,
Ah,
so much stuff he talks about, but he goes by the numbers, and I mean, he is a bit snarky at times. Let's be honest, because that is part of his
it's a
ordeal.
character. It's a character. It's a character. He does it specifically
Yeah.
for his show because when he sees that he's clearly hurting somebody, like being obviously mean, he dials it back. So
Which is kind of nice because you would think that obviously you have those type of people that do a character and stuff, but when you could see someone like who really wants help, right? Like there are a lot of people out there who don't know what they're doing, that includes me and myself, who don't know what they're doing, right? And I believe he's opening it up now to like be on the show for like $150. Like you pay him $150 and you could be on his show, which I mean for $150, that's not a bad
that's not
deal.
bad, especially for somebody with his kind of
Yeah,
know.
talent. With
I
his
would
skill.
love to go on his show, but not as somebody who needs help, but as
Mhm.
somebody like okay, I don't want to. I hate the comparison I'm about to make to myself. But he had
Sure.
don't look this person up, kids.
Too late.
Amar he had Amaranth on.
Oh,
Uh,
he did.
yeah, he did, and like he did an audit of her, and it's just like, bro, the amount of money she makes
Oh
is
yeah.
just ridiculous. She has so much money that she just basically buys gas stations just to put her money somewhere. It's just like,
Oh yeah.
how do you have that much money? So I would love to actually sit down with him and talk about my perspective because I don't have any debt. Maybe I will in the future,
Neither
but
do I.
not
Yeah.
So
Well, and it's funny thing too, because I remember. I mean, I would think that her, because she still does OnlyFans, and has this
don't
weird
do
thing
that,
with her
kids.
husband.
Stay.
Yeah.
Yes.
But she
Follow Christ.
has the gas stations, and I think there was once I heard her talking about like plots of land or something like that. Like,
I saw like a YouTube short of YouTube short of her
yeah,
talking
yeah.
with Caleb, and Caleb is just like, oh wow, so you brought in $538,000 in dividends this past month. I'm just like,
God dang.
538,000,
God dang.
and she still pays less taxes than me and you. Look at that.
Well, yeah, because she knows the loopholes, right? Because
It's
that
not a
was the thing.
loophole. It's the law. It's the law. It's not a loophole. Because
Well,
I know
sorry,
the law. I know it too.
She's
So-
using she's using the laws that are there in
Mhm.
order to pay less tax. Like this was a thing that when I read The Art of the Deal, Trump had talked about the same manner. Like the laws are there. Like why wouldn't I use the laws for my benefit, right? Why wouldn't I pay less tax?
Exactly.
And there's so many ways. Like when you're making that much money, there are so many ways to do it. And we could bring up Enron, but that's a totally different subject in itself.
That's a completely different subject. That's not even remotely in the same world as
Ugh.
what we're talking about.
Oh yeah,
But
that's deadly.
um, yeah, no, I'm actually really excited to talk about a bunch of stuff. So
What
I don't
was
know
the
if
one
we
thing?
already started or not,
Well,
but
we already did. What are you waiting for? Just throw
well,
yourself in there.
all right, okay. Oh my goodness, okay.
We
Well,
were talking about Keelan Hammer, and you're just like, "Oh yeah, I
well,
love
I
that
thought
guy.
we
I
were
just
still in
want to be
the
in a
intro.
show."
I thought we were still in the intro. To be fair,
Well,
even
wait,
though we saw the
well,
Eminem
way
video.
past that point when I screwed it up.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. But
That's okay. That's
yeah,
good.
no, man. Last time I was here, I was still in an apartment, and you could see I am no longer in an apartment. I actually got my own
It looks
house.
like a concrete basement or
Hey,
something.
listen, li- sweetheart, if you're watching, this is your fault. She designated me to the basement.
Oh,
I wanted
whoa!
I wanted the upstairs. But you know what? I'll take it as a W because the upstairs is very hot, and even in like August, it's
Yeah,
actually it's not hot, but it's not cool either. Like it's actually
yeah.
it's good room normal temperature. So I'm actually glad that I got designated to the basement. So,
There you go.
I'm
So
okay
it's
with it.
a blessing in disguise, even though you're like, I can get there one day.
Basically. But yeah, like last time we talked, I didn't have a house. Now I have a house.
Congrats.
So bless the Lord for that one. And
Woohoo.
a lot of stuff has changed. I guess the main thing, at least for me, that has changed is the fact that I am no longer making that much content to begin with.
Right.
And I'm actually gonna go on as to why that actually occurred. It's mainly twofold. And the first one is that my co-host, remember I did have a co-host.
Yeah.
He's still my best friend. I talk to him every day. Concrete basement. That's my wife, by the way. That's my wife. That's my wife. She does have a Rumble channel. She used to stream here.
That's too funny. Oh my
At least she
gosh,
didn't say
concrete
concrete
pizza.
dungeon. At least she didn't say concrete
Oh,
dungeon, so I'm okay with it.
I'm
Um,
gonna.
but whatchamacallit? Yeah, no, my co-host, we noticed that at the end of 2025,
Yeah.
basically our channel on both ends was just stagnant. Nothing was happening.
Mm,
We were trying to put out videos on a daily. We were trying to do new stuff and do all that stuff, and nothing
mm,
was happening. We were stuck at, and to be fair, we did have pretty good subscribers on YouTube,
uh-huh.
3,860 something, but it got stuck there, and it did not want to go further.
Mm,
And I'm over here like trying my best, and we're trying our best, and I'm just like, you know what? We're putting in this much effort on a weekly basis.
yeah.
I'm barely spending time with my wife, with my child.
Mhm,
I want to be able to do that more, and I can't because every other day I have to put out a new video. And
mhm,
then also my co-host, my best friend, he's just like, I want to find a girlfriend. I want to also start my own family, and I find it just very unfair uh, to him
mhm.
to force him, not force him, but to make him do videos where things aren't growing. Like if you like for example, if we were getting 50 subscribers a week, I'd be like, all right, well that's pretty good, right?
Mhm.
If viewership was increasing, all right, well that's pretty good. Like we'll continue it. But if
Yeah.
nothing's happening, there really is no point to continuing. And
Mhm.
and we basically just decided that, you know what, let's just stop making content to that degree. Now, me
Yeah.
personally, I'm still making 2 videos a month just to document
Yeah.
my dividend journey because I do like to
Yeah.
document it for my kids, but hopefully more in the future. Um, my kid, so that way he's able to see how how I went from 16 cents a month basically in dividends
Mhm.
to now almost 3 grand a month.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the reason why I'm doing it. I've kind of just lost the desire for content creation. I would much rather
Mhm.
just continue, doing the whole stock thing as well as,
Yeah.
being outside. I recently started a garden over here at my house, and
Nice.
oh, he's throwing stuff up there. Um,
Oh.
and I started a garden here, and I just have so much fun being outside and being with the plants and watering them, picking up, all these food. So I just lost the desire. And
Yeah.
that was just it. But I don't know, at least for me, right? At least for me, and I'm about to get a little bit controversial here. I personally believe you can
Uh-huh.
disagree with me, and I would love it if you would, because I would like to know your 2 cents on this. I
The only
personally
2 cents?
Okay, fine, I'll give you 3. I mean, they no longer make pennies, so I have to go with a nickel. So,
Ugh, I'll take that.
fair. Um, I personally think that there is no point in content creation anymore. If you're starting brand new,
Mhm.
like I personally think that like Rumble was the last bastion to make it quote unquote big, but I think that that train has sailed. Or train has sailed. I think that train has left the station. The boat has sailed.
The ship has sailed is the phrase right there. The ship has.
Tired. I'm tired. Listen,
That's what happens when you have a kid. But no, that's understandable because I mean, like I've done my own thing, and of course I'm not as financially suave as you are right there, because your name's financial for a reason. But I use so the next quarter for Rumble's coming out on August 10th. They just announced it today, and so what happens is that on the last quarter, first quarter, it came out March, I think it was,
you talk
and
about
so
earnings. You're talking about earnings, right?
the first quarter of 2026. So
Right.
I had used Claude to kind of help go through and stuff because the point of it was to try to help explain things to people because when people see that, it's all corporate speak
Right.
basically. When people see that, it's
I'm
corporate speak.
I'm assuming you're talking about earnings.
Dude, well, the first quarter, I just know it as the first quarter, like first quarter of 2026 or quarter one, whatever you want to call it. It's what they say where the money is and all this stuff, what's going in,
That would be
all that.
earnings, my guy. Yes, that would be
Okay,
earnings. Yes. Yes.
I now learned something new today. But anyway, so I did that one, and I had it kind of put down to like, let's see if I can. I'm pretty sure I have it in here.
In fact, I'm
But
pretty certain I could tell you when the next earnings is. It
it's the 10th.
is 8/10. Yep, 8/10. That'll be the
Yeah,
next. That'll be the
they
next
just came
earning.
with they just came out with it. There we go. Sweet, I found it. So this was from the first quarter that I had done this sort of thing in using Claude. Right, this was my try at
Yeah.
making the data understandable,
Yeah.
and so this was basically what came out of it. Like when Rumble had put out this thing for the first quarter earnings, right?
Mhm.
They had put out that they had crossed $100 million in revenue. That was the headline for them. $100 million in annual revenue. That was like the big thing. But the problem of it was is that there's more underneath the surface that
Correct.
most people don't understand or know. Like
Correct.
I don't think everyone knew that each person who streams on the platform or each user is worth 46 cents. Like that was in March, right? I don't think people understood that, or the fact that they lost,
They
a bunch of
were
money.
so on because I'm looking at it here on my end.
Yeah.
On their earnings per share, they lost 12 cents per share.
Mhm.
That was negative. So income was negative. Basically,
Yeah.
that's what earnings per share is. Is basically income per share, and it
Mhm.
was negative 12 cents.
Mhm.
And the revenue, as you showed over there, being 100 million. No, it actually wasn't. Revenue was only 25.46 million.
Mhm. Yeah,
Actual.
because they lost like 81.8 on the
Mhm.
EIDTBA or however you say that.
EBITDA.
Oops.
EBITDA.
Even
EBITDA.
Obadi Obada.
It stands for earnings before taxes, interest, amortization. Sorry, interest before taxes,
Mhm.
interest, interest before.
It's going. How you doing, Kismet?
Oh, I can't. I need to see it, or else I can't.
We'll we'll look it
EBITDA.
up later.
Yeah,
I'm blue, abudi, abuda.
yeah, no. There's two of them. It's called EBITDA and EBITDA. Those are two different
Ibata.
things.
Ibata.
I'm not joking you. So
Ibata.
EBITDA, EBITDA
EBITDA.
stands for earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization.
There we go. That's a mouthful right
It's
there.
a
Gosh.
fancy way of saying like net income. It's just
Yeah.
another way of saying it's another way to calculate net income.
Yes. Yes. But of course that was the first quarter. So now we're coming on to the second quarter. So now we're gonna see a few things play into the factor, right? First is of course Northern Data. That deal Oh, A Kismet, the real. Oh, he changed it. Oh, he changed it from the last numbers to Kismet 13, the real. Nice job, Kismet. The numbers at the end were kind of eyesore, but thank you. Nice to see you. Well, glad we could share in your boredom here, but we're gonna talk about real stuff. I'm a real boy. But this quarter coming up is gonna show a few things. One is how the Northern data is gonna play in, how Tether is gonna play in it, and what does it mean for the video front end of Rumble? Because right now the push has been for AI Cloud. Post on X, Rumble Corp thing, post after post for the push. And of course they still like, oh, we're still here, we're still listening. But like the problem of it is though is that your AI cloud situation is getting more of the eyesight and your platform is still on a slow pace to even get somewhere.
Right.
That's the issue. And the problem of it is like, how will this play out? Will this mean when with the Northern data stuff and all that? Will that mean now that the AI cloud will now get more increase of sight and all that stuff, or will the video front end start coming along with it? And I think this is where things are going to diverge a bit. Because
I
don't
I think so too. I think so too. Or I think what they're trying to do here is go the way of, for example, like Amazon, where Amazon they make majority of their money from AWS, not the
Yeah.
Amazon store.
Yeah.
They actually lose money on the Amazon store. Uh, it's mainly from AWS. So I think that's what they're trying to divert to, because I think that the platform is losing the money and will continue to lose the money.
Yeah.
So that's why they're trying to divert here a little bit more. But I mean, I'm actually perfectly fine with that, with them going into the whole AI thing. I'm
Mhm.
not one of those people that's just like, AI is the devil, AI is terrible.
Of
AI,
course.
at the end of the day, it's a tool, and like any
Yeah.
tool, it can be used for good or evil. So more
True.
people need to use it for good. More good people need to use it for good.
True.
But that being said, I when it comes to just content creation in general,
Mhm.
I personally think that if you did not get on that train with Rumble when you could, you're
Mhm.
basically SOL. That's it. I do not believe any longer that uh, anybody under 1,000, and let's face it, 1,000 would be the main number, because on Rumble, if you see somebody with a K,
Mhm.
before the right after the follower count,
Mhm.
it kind of has some kind of prestige to it.
Yeah.
Whether you disagree with me or not, it does. It really, really does.
So talking on that. Hey, what up, Maeve? So speaking on that, just kind of add my own thing. Like, I was surprised first off that I'd ever reach 1,000 because I didn't think so. But when you talk to a lot of people that I do, it seems like there's that influx of, and part of it, part of very small, very part of it was part when the creator program came out and that whole blue badge thing.
Yep.
Um,
And you had
but
like your own like area for it where people could see all the
Rage.
people there. Yeah.
Yeah, which whatever, that's a discussion in its own right. But for me it's just been like, there's I don't feel the prestige. I don't feel the prestige because you already have enough people out there. Like, you have Tommy doing his good and he gets what he deserves because he does all that, and other people as well, so they have their own stuff. But like for me the prestige is basically who I get to chat with. Like
Sure.
I don't feel that what you're
Sure.
talking about.
Sure, but I'm telling you from an outsider's perspective,
Yeah.
it is very clear. It is very clear that those who have a 1,000 followers on Rumble, they almost have like a je ne sais quoi to them. To I'm not even joking you, right? I'm not even joking you. It's
I
the
like
what
your French.
I hate French, by the way. I despise France. Um, but I do. I
You
do.
heard it here first. Fatal is tired of France. He says, "Go foot yourselves, okay?"
I mean, I don't know why. I don't know why we're in Iran when France and Canada are right there. I don't understand. You
No,
know.
Canada's above us.
I know.
Iran, France.
I know.
What happened? He's for France. That's a good one, Olo. That's a good one.
Uh, but no, that's just the way that I personally see it. That
Mhm.
at least the way that I see it, especially like we saw that right after this implementation of the new requirements came in, a bunch of
Mhm.
people got kicked out of the program, and
Left.
huh
Or left.
or
Many left on
left
their own accord.
or
Yeah.
left on their own accord, which I personally think it was on purpose because I think they realized we can't sustain this many people on the program. We got to trim the number down. The way you trim the number down is by increasing the requirement.
Yeah.
But we definitely saw that a lot of people lost that, and they lost that income as well. That
Mhm.
$200 whatever dollars, $100 whatever dollars that they got from the program is now gone. And odds are they're not, now granted they are still monetized, but that partnership is essentially gone. And I don't I just don't see how more people, especially on Rumble, right? Because Rumble is it's a more niche community in general as a whole. Like there's a lot
Yeah.
less people compared to that of like YouTube, Facebook, whatever. Um
Twitch kick.
Twitch, I mean, I didn't know about Kick until I saw a bunch of people on Rumble have it as like something that they were streaming too. But
Sure.
because there is a limited number of people that
Mhm.
is using the platform, the people that are in the club to be able to grow the doors are basically closed. That's just the way that I see it.
Mhm.
And the fact that they did increase the requirement, even if you're in that club now, I think that because the requirements got elevated and they're going to be continuing to go up and up and up,
Sure.
it is going to cause a lot of stress on a lot of people that are
Of course it
unable to
is.
meet those requirements.
Of course
And
it is.
that was something that with me personally, I was just like, I don't want to deal with it, man. I don't want to
Sure.
deal with it. I already have enough stress with my own 9 to 5 job. I do
Yeah.
not want to add another stress level to this. I do not want to.
Yep. No, yeah, and Maeve's right. Like, pretty much got out. And this is the thing too. Is like, like again, the whole thing about discovery is still a bit skewed. I through my pay it forward streams.
Exactly. That's my point. Getting people over here is super hard though. Exactly. And
Yeah.
that's the difficult part. That's the
Mhm.
most difficult part because even if somebody is on the right, you could be like, "Oh, I stream on Rumble." Be like, what's that?"
Yeah.
Even the company going public, a publicly traded company with a ticker symbol in the stock market, it still wasn't enough to give it the oomph on the number of people that are watching.
Right.
You know.
Well, and just to add for that fact, so you're talking about the creator program. Now I'm still in it to the regard of, but I don't earn any money from it because I don't meet all the requirements. I just meet the minimal requirements to stay in. So the minimal requirements to stay in the program but not get paid is streaming from Rumble Studio, meeting that requirement, and then meeting the unique chatters requirement. That was something that Rick had stated a long while ago when it first came out, a little while after it had come out. And so I've met those two minimal requirements, but have not made money. But it was sort of a chosen factor. Like the only one I don't fulfill is the premium streams. I did it
Right.
once, but at a certain point, it's like it's just becoming. It's sort of like fulfilling the premium streams was sort of like going to a gas station, going for a pit stop, and yet I don't need gas. I don't need to use the restroom. I don't need snacks. I'm just going to a phone to call the person ahead and say, "Hey, I did this thing," and then go on to the next month. So, but I stopped fulfilling that after the whole mandatory ad read thing and how Rumble didn't communicate that at all. And I was like, "Nope."
And that was to my surprise because I genuinely thought that you need to do all of that to stay in the program. When you talked to Tooth last time,
Yeah.
and you said that, I'm just like, really? That was a thing? Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But actually, who just said that? Was it Kismet? Kismet
Right.
said, it keeps moving. Why does it keep moving? I can't read it. He said something like, you gotta pretty much just treat it as a job, and by then it's not fun anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I
that one.
didn't. I wasn't. I mean, I could do the premium streams, but once that whole mandatory ad thing, they did change it. But I was like, you couldn't even communicate that to your creators when it came out, and no one said anything.
Right.
That was dumb.
And that's kind of another reason why I just stopped making content, because I'm like, this is no longer entertaining for me. I am no longer having the the euphoria, I guess, of making content. This is becoming a chore. It's
Mm-hmm.
starting to feel like a chore, but it's a
Mm-hmm.
chore that I don't have to do, right? I don't have to do it, but I want to do it. But then if I don't do it, then it feels weird because I kind of promised I would do it. So it was just really on and off, and I was just like, I kind of am just done with this. I just don't want to deal with this anymore.
Yeah, and again, oops, I spelled that the rants and gifted subs. That's right. But again, it's just like I get it, right? And this is the thing that gets me. My issue is the term of the community itself, and this is with any platform, right? Where you have a lot of people like, well, we can meet it, we can do it together. My issue is with everyone trying to meet it, right? And they're doing all this group huddling together to try to meet it, to try to meet those requirements. It's incestual.
It's a circle of jerks.
I just call for what it is. It's incestual. It's because you're basically there's nothing. There's less organicness to it and more of just like, hey, I'm another creator, you're another creator. Hey, let's just help each other out. I'm not against helping each other out as creators, but it's like it's
You
very
know what it
incestual in how it's.
you know what it sounds like? You know what it sounds like? Just check the
But
boxes. Just check the
just like
boxes.
the boxes.
Just check the
Yep.
boxes. And I have a problem with that. I
Yes.
not on a moral basis. That's why, like, hey man, if
Yeah.
people want to do that, by whatever, by all means, because it's not immoral to do that. But I have an issue with that in a principle
Mhm.
basis, because the whole purpose of content creation.
I'm getting water. Sorry.
The whole purpose of content creation. Nah, it sounded like somebody died over there.
Water.
I got.
Gosh. Continue.
But the whole purpose of content creation was to continuously grow. But you really can't do that if you're just checking off boxes, right?
For other people who in the
for
same
other
program.
people, right? For other
Yeah.
people, just to keep other people. And again, I don't have a problem with it. I really don't. People, I understand that people. So there are some people that use Rumble to make a living or to satisfy some kind of expense that
Mhm.
it does supplement. Don't get me wrong, it does.
Mhm.
But this is why when the program ended, and this is something I've tried my best to do,
Mhm.
and that is when the program ended, the people who weren't going to make it, I've been trying to help them to the best of my ability, to supplement that income another way. You know?
Yeah, and
And that's the only way I
and
know, and the only way I know how to supplement the income. So,
yeah,
um,
getting those dividends, baby. Yeah.
basically,
Oh yeah. No, and Kismet has a point here. It's a lack of actual viewers where it's even necessary in the first place. If there were more, then we would need it all. Well, they keep touting the whole 52 million or whatever it is, right? Or 60 million or whatever it is. Like part of the understanding is like majority of it, a big chunk of it is for whoever comes. Some of it is whoever comes over with the people they give contracts to. And yes, they do give contracts still because they still have to sign something for that money. All right, like they're like they call it multi-stream deals. Okay, but if they're wanting their attention and getting money for, they're still going to sign something. It's not the same TOS that everyone does. No, they're still going to sign a piece of paper because they're on the special chart, right?
yeah. No,
I'm not sure about.
and by the way,
but
And by the way, that is common across literally every single corporation, right?
Mhm.
Warren Buffett, I know we were talking about Berkshire Hathaway, but Warren Buffett can literally go to, for example, Coca-Cola and be like, I want a special dividend for my shares only. And they will do
Yeah.
it. And they will do it. Right? So that's not illegal. That's not really out there.
Mhm.
It's normal in basically every industry. But the fact of the matter is that it is depriving the company from organic growth. And it's not really their fault because let's face it, if you're not in the political space, on Rumble, you're kind of stuck. Now, if you're in the gaming space, I say that that is the second biggest category, right? Yes, it is. No, no,
Yeah.
no, no. Don't shake your head at me like that, because I was in the financial space. And if you take a look at that finance category, it is hot garbage. All right.
Pretty much like every other place.
It is filled with 24-hour streams of cryptocurrencies, for all that matter,
Mhm.
of people just uploading 10-second videos every 5 seconds. And it's just
I
like,
know.
wow, why am I not seeing any more viewership on Rumble on the finance category? I wonder why, and it's because of that.
Yeah.
Like, there's literally just a 24-hour live stream of somebody live streaming the US debt clock.
Mm.
And it's
Yeah.
been going on for like a year.
Yep. But then you have the radio, you have animal ones, you have like there's someone right now who has like 12 different channels and is streaming pretty much the same thing. Nothing's being done about that,
Yeah.
unfortunately. But no, I get it, like the gaming thing, but like gaming is such limited in itself. Like even gaming has its limits, and the problem of it is that what was that? Oh, that's right. Dr. Disrespect was brought over to kind of help change things, and how'd they go? Nope.
I think that he got paid in stock,
From what I remember was it was an equity contract.
which would
Like
be
he had this.
stock.
Yeah.
Which
Okay.
would be stock. Yes, that would be.
I
That's
don't
what that
look.
means.
I'm not a financial guy. I don't know the terms. Okay, I'm just
That's what
saying
that
this stuff.
He
Just
got
saying
paid.
this stuff. Got it.
The reason why he got paid in stock was specifically so that way he couldn't just up and leave. He'd basically be tied to it. If Rumble stock does good, he would benefit. If it doesn't, then he suffers from it.
Well, and he's probably suffering from it right now.
Well, for some reason, Rumble stock has those periods of just instant 10% gains out of nowhere, and it's just like, where did that come
and
from?
then it.
And then it just
goes
comes
back down.
back down. Yep.
Do you want to tell them about your thing where you were trying to sell like?
No, so what happened was no. So what happened was, on my Robinhood account, I am implementing the wheel strategy when it
Ah.
comes to cover calls and cash secured puts. So I
Hmm.
basically sold a cash secured put on Rumble,
Mhm.
meaning that I wanted it. I was betting that it would continue to go up. So I
Mhm.
basically said, I forget the exact number that I said,
850
but
was the number you said.
was it 850? So I basically said, okay, if the stock by this date is at or above 850, the contract expires worthless. I get to keep the premium for me selling that contract,
Yeah.
which is cash that gets paid instantly at the point of selling a contract. And by the
Right.
way, a contract is 100 shares. Yeah, but for Rumble, that's really not that much.
Yeah.
So at 850, 100 shares, that's $850.
Mhm.
So I said, okay, Rumble stock would be at $8.50 or higher at this date.
Mhm.
If it's not, I get assigned those 100 shares at $8.50 per share, or $850.
Mhm.
It crashed under 850. I got my shares. I got my 100
Mhm.
shares, but now what I'm doing is on the opposite end is, because I have 100 shares, I'm selling a covered call on those 100 shares, meaning that I'm betting that it would go down. So now I have the covered call.
Mhm.
I have the covered call at 850, saying that it will go lower than 850. But if it goes above 850, I get my shares sold at 850.
Mhm.
But I collect premium as I keep selling those calls. So even if I break even because I bought it at 850 and then I sell it at 850, I'm basically break even. I'm making a couple, like $10, $20 on premiums just by selling just by selling a put or a call.
Yeah. And fortunately for you, it's staying under 850, so good bet.
Yeah, I'm basically just selling nonstop cover calls, and I'm collecting anywhere between $10 to $15 every single time. Like,
Wow.
yeah.
That's
So
crazy.
yeah. It's not a lot. It's I have it out. I think by a month. I think
Mhm.
the next one expires the end of August, like August 21st or something like that.
So you got some
Um,
time.
I mean, yeah, and if it goes above 850, then great. I get my $150 back, but I keep the $10 premium, and then I'm
Yeah.
gonna turn around and sell a cash secured put, you know, and then just keep doing that and keep building that account up by selling and cover
Mhm.
calls and cash secured puts.
Yeah,
But
that's where the Q2 earnings is going to be the difference of what is in play now, if it is even making a difference or not. Because
if it does or it doesn't really matter to me. I mean, it's
right, it is
yeah.
what it is for you. He's a money man, everyone. He's a money man. He makes money. He likes money. He wants
I
to
don't like
make
money.
money.
I don't like no. I used to like money. I no longer like money. I see money now as a tool because it is a
There you
tool.
go.
It's as 100%
That's
a
right.
tool.
He said a fistful of dollars makes me happy.
They
Oh
need to do a
goodness.
massive purge on all categories. Bro, that's straight up. Like there's so many
They won't.
categories. It's kind of ridiculous. I'm
They
like,
won't. The problem of it is that for a company that only has 156 people working for them, at least for the time period,
that's a non-issue.
that really,
Yeah. Yeah, that's a
well,
non-issue. But no, I've been trying my best to help out as many people with investing recently
hmm,
because of the fact that I know that a lot of people got purged. I know a lot of people got purged, so I've been trying to help them out, but
hmm,
you know, it's usually pretty difficult to try to explain to somebody, hey, this is the long game. This is not something that happens overnight.
true.
Yeah, but I used to be able to make $200. I'm like, right, but now you can't. So, but this money that you're putting in and you're getting
Hmm,
back, you don't have to work for, right? This
yeah,
money is basically, I don't want to say free, but for all intents and purposes, for layman's terms, it's free. Even though it's not
hmm,
free, it's technically free.
yeah,
And that's the thing too. And that's the thing too. I'm gonna segue here. I listen. You just let me go. I can talk to a brick wall. I can
go.
literally talk to a brick wall. Um, but that's something that I know we were talking about Caleb Hammer at the beginning.
Yeah.
Um, you know, I don't know how you what do you believe um everything is, or how can I say this? Well, how do you feel about all the stuff that's been happening, with the lower birth rates and all that stuff? Specifically millennials and Gen Z that have basically given up on life. More Gen Z
I
than millennials, but
I don't think it's like a zero sum thing where like there's gonna be no, it's just gonna be lower than. But I think part of it is that it's a different age. It's not the 19, people like to go back to the baby boomers, right? Like the 1950s where there was a different time, different period, but now we're at a period where everything costs a bit more and you get that time age comparison, like this was a 9,000, now it's almost 100,000, that sort of thing. And there's a lot of like the financials of the media, the social media from both ends, whether you're left or right, I don't give a rat's behind. I think there's a lot of distortion of information, not only that, but of fear mongering to some regard that I think plays into it. I think that some of it is more of a personal choice where people are just like it's the same thing with the dating thing, right? Like people don't want to have to put, it's not like they don't want to put in the work, it's that the work they feel they'll put into it becomes meaningless because, oh no, I was with this person for a few years, oh they divorced me, and stuff like that. And so when you have that, I mean, it really culminates to multiple things, and it's not just one problem, it's many problems, and there's not just one answer to it because
I
it's
agree
it's
with
all
that.
around,
I
and it's
agree
all
with
over.
that.
It's all
I,
over.
yeah, and it's not just in the United States. I mean, we're even seeing the downfall in birth rates in India of all places.
China. China has it.
Yeah, and even China. I mean, whatever false numbers they put out. I want to address that comment because it is interesting. But even China, like I don't believe their numbers at all, especially after 2020. But what's his name? Olo
I just
Olo
I just say
Hui
Olo. I just say Olo.
Olo. Oh,
Olo.
okay, Olo. I'm Gen X. I had no kids for 2 reasons. I was selfish and immature until my 40s. I was propagandized at birth. Yeah, that's antinatalism. That is something called antinatalism. Basically thinking that
Antinatalism.
basically it's the desire to not want kids. Is the hatred of not wanting of not propagating or propagating. It's the hatred of propagating. And as bad as it was, now see how much worse now. And how much worse now. School is so much. Yeah, yeah. It's the hatred of life. Yeah, there you go. It's the hatred of life. Now, I am very much pro. I am very much pro-natal to a degree, like to such a degree that I'm just like, if I was supreme overlord, I'd be like, every Christian family needs to have minimum 7 kids. Minimum 7 kids. I don't care. So, I'm very much pro-natal in that sense. But going back to what you said about the whole thing of that it's different now, and the comparison between the boomer generation versus the millennials and Gen Z, I fully agree with that. And this is something that I've been trying to explain to people. I've been trying to explain to people this for a lot, especially people here on Rumble, because there's one specific person I can think of, which I'm not going to say his name because I like him. I genuinely like him. He's
Come on, Rance.
No, it's not Rance. It's not Rance. No, it's not Rance. It's not Rance. It's not
Throw him
Rance.
under the
It's
bus.
not Rance. It's not Rance. I'm
Mm.
fairly certain you do know him, but I mean, I like him. He's an awesome
I
lad.
know a lot of people.
I know you know a lot of people.
I
You
know a lot
know
of
way
people.
too many. I know you do. I know you do. But he has a very nihilistic way of thinking about it, and I'm just like, dude, there is a way out. Like, I honestly believe that there is a way out, and that the future is actually very bright.
I would change it slightly because when you say a way out, I
A
would
way
say
out.
through.
Okay, fine, fair. I meant like a way out of the nihilism. A way out that things aren't at, but a way through is actually a better grammatically.
Well, no, it's not. It's not. It's not that trying to down you. It's just trying to say like that phrase is so associated with one side of things that
That's true.
people will.
That's true. That's true.
It's not, and it's not trying to like they tell you like don't talk about suicide or whatnot. And
That's not what I meant by way out. That's not what I meant by way out.
I know, but that's the
Way out.
association.
I meant
know, but
money
that's the
wise.
association.
That's not what
Yeah,
I
I know. That's the association with just the phrase alone is a way out. So I was just like, a way through sounds much more positive because there's a hey, slavery. There's a way through slavery. All right, let's get through it. But anyway, you were saying.
You know what? I've been saying that. I've been saying that for months now, and I never ever once thought it meant that S word. And now that you say it, now I'm like, dang it! Now I sound like a horrible person.
Don't make me stop the young man from saying too many S words. No, it's just in the fact of
I like it though. I like it. Well, it's correct.
We're going back to like the having kids and all stuff, right? You do have teens and young kids and all stuff where you hear stories where they just pop off, right? They take the bus out early, and to have those discussions is kind of a bit of a difficult and stuff because you're a parent now. You have a special miracle that at the beginning was very difficult, but now things are good and it's growing up and all that stuff. And you're wanting a second kid, might want to hold on to that birthday cake. But the point of the matter is, though, it's like we're in this situation where we now see people want to take themselves out because of certain things. Like you have Canada pushing MAID on people who
again. I am all for the invasion of Canada. Okay.
One day
I am all for telling North Dakota and Montana, I think
Uh-huh.
Idaho to just be like, just
Idaho.
walk in, just walk in,
Just walk in.
just
There you
walk
go.
in
Just walk in.
and
They can't
declare
stop you all.
territory.
They can't stop you all.
I'm trying
Get
to be as clean as possible for YouTube.
I
So
don't give a rat's behind. I've talked about COVID before. I don't really
no,
give a
not
rat's
I
behind.
wasn't gonna not COVID.
Oh,
No,
don't
uh,
shite it up for me. No.
I won't. I'm clean. I'm clean. I'm clean. I also don't
I
even
don't
like
give
to
a rat's.
curse when I make videos. I'm not
I
about that
just
life.
don't care. I don't care anymore.
Me personally, I just don't like to. Period.
No, that's fine. No, that's fine. That's actually funny enough you say that. There was actually someone who I've heard say the same thing, and I was like, I don't. When people come on, they usually like, oh, can I curse whatever? And I'm just like, yeah, just go whatever. I don't care. I've already had people drop like the bundle of sticks word before, so it's not like anything
Oh,
new. But
bundle of sticks. I'm like, oh, that's right.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
what
I
it's
had the
called.
see
Yeah.
you next Tuesday word too, but
Ah,
that's
yeah.
mostly that was Tommy saying that. But I think that in doing what I do, providing the space for people to be free to say what they say and not have them worry about whatever is a lot better than just worrying about, oh man, I hope oh please YouTube lords, please don't. YouTube will be whatever it is and it will still be king of the platforms for days to come. Just putting that out there. But anyway, continue.
No, well, no, I was just gonna say that for me personally, I just don't like to. Period.
No, that's
I'm
fine.
not against it. I'm not gonna be
Okay.
like, oh my good heavens, pearl clutching. No, I just me personally, I don't like to. But as I was saying, there is a way
Uh,
through the negativity and all the situations. I prefer it because I did not realize the negative
Beautiful.
connotations. Thank you.
I feel like today we have learned a lot. Anyway, guys, the end of the show. No.
You should listen, you should feel proud of yourself that you just corrected me on something. I'm just like, oh yeah, that's true. That should be
I
good.
don't.
Um,
I understand. No
but
worries.
there is a way through out of the current situation that faces us all, especially if you're Gen Z, especially if you're Gen Z,
Mhm,
and if you're a millennial as well. Because I've been trying to tell people this, man.
mhm.
What was that? Taking
Yeah.
because I've been trying to tell people this. I'm like, it's not that the American dream is dead. Is that the American dream is different, right? That's basically where we're at. That we're
Mhm,
trying. Millennials and Gen Z are trying so hard to compare, and again, you said it best. There's a comparison going on specifically to the boomer generations, and we're looking back as to how like all these things that they had,
mhm.
and we're comparing it to us how we can't have the same. However, there are things that exist today that they could never have imagined, and that
Yeah.
we have the ability to use today to
Mhm.
actually make it even bigger than they had the ability to use. Now,
Right.
that doesn't mean that we have it easier, because it's not
Mhm,
easy, right? It's
mhm.
not easy. I mean, the Bible says that in this life you will always have hardship. It is what
Yeah.
it is, right?
Yeah.
But we have vehicles today that our parents, especially if you're from the third world, which I am,
Mm,
our parents never could have had imagined.
yeah.
You know, like for example, I've been trying my best, and I really have been trying my best to get people into investing. Oh, but I don't have the money to do that. Okay, let me tell you something. Back in the 2000s, do you know what you needed to start an investment account?
$100.
No,
Oh.
you needed minimum $25,000 to start investing, to just open an account. Every
Jeez.
single it wasn't something that you had on your phone, because back then we didn't have smartphones.
Sure.
So you needed to go to your bank and you needed to request somebody to buy shares, to buy stock for you.
Mhm,
And every single time you bought a share of a stock, there was a commission on top of that as well. And it wasn't like a
mhm.
small commission, it was like a really sizable commission as well.
Oh yeah.
So a minimum starting point of $25,000. This was just 26 years ago. Whereas today, you need a social security number,
Mhm.
a bank account,
Yep.
and $5. That's it.
Yep.
I'm like, there is no excuse to not have an investment account. But I have a 401k. I don't care. That's not an investment account. A 401k, I despise the 401k. I'm of the opinion, if you're under 40, you should not have a 401k. It's stupid. It's stupid. It's retarded. I
about
don't
the-
like it.
What about
What?
the Roth? Isn't
Roth
that
Roth is fine. A Roth is fine,
Okay.
but a conventional 401k by your
Standard, yeah.
employer, I think it's the most retarded thing on the planet.
I have a Roth. That's why I said it.
Me too.
And now we're gonna get to the ASMR of our episode. No, yeah, because I put like in $20 a week, and I
Yeah.
just go through the ones that I already invest. So I will say this: the ones I have been investing in more dividend ones like QQ. QQI, Apple, Amazon, because those have dividends and stuff like
Amazon
that.
does not pay out a dividend.
I thought it did.
No, it did not.
Man, I thought I got dividends from, but anyway, but I still Nvidia, I get stuff in Nvidia. I actually, so funny enough, I found out that the sphere, you know, the thing in Las Vegas has
Yes.
has on stock, and I just like, you know what, I
It
like what they
does?
do. Yeah, they have a stock.
What's the ticker? I'm
I
curious
think it's
now.
I think it's SPHR. Hold on, I can look it up right now.
That's news to me. SPHR.
Yeah, so it
Oh
should
yeah,
be
Sphere Entertainment. Yeah, they're there. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not even a penny stock either. Wow. Okay.
Hey, shrimp, what's going? Well, and the
Wow.
reason, so to give so I know people want context. The context
Brand
of
news
why
to me.
I'm investing in the sphere is because of just what the one in Las Vegas is showing to be capable of doing. Right? It's combining visual and physical entertainment. Right, like you have bands that go there, and then use the screens, and they do all this sort of visualize stuff. You know, you can you can go one outside of that,
News
but
to
like,
me.
but to go there, right? You could get, it's huge inside. It's huge, and so, but they also been doing something with this, doing a 4D version of the Wizard of Oz.
I see
Right.
that. So I see
It's
that. Like
crazy.
I'm reading up on an article. Like I just saw the article right now pop up. Sphere Entertainment tops 400 million in Wizard of Oz ticket sales. Plans new show. That's interesting.
And the reason I invested into it because it's yeah, it costs billions to make, but like it's such a sort of combination of form of entertainment. They're like, yeah, I can't afford to go there, but there are many people who would. People are going there to see the Backstreet Boys. People are going there to see, yeah, they're doing the whole Millennium thing there. They're going back to see No Doubt. They're going back there to see the Eagles, all this stuff. They're going there to see the Wizard of Oz. And I'm like, just imagine the capabilities of what this place can do.
Yeah.
Right. You're combining a visual with a physical, you know, music or whatever, and you're combining them all one. That is something it's like with Fortnite. Fortnite is combining the pop culture with musical interactiveness that they
That's
do
true.
with the
Yep.
artists and stuff. So they're doing something that I'm not seeing anyone else do. And the Spheres in that area, they were ahead of some stuff. Now you could say IMAX does this thing too, where it's big screen and whatnot. You get the cost out of that, but like there's a difference there.
There is a difference. There's absolutely a difference. Yeah. Yeah. IMAX. Yeah. But yeah, I did not know that Sphere even had a stock. That's news to me. You know, it's not in my wheelhouse, but it's good to know.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, like we have so many options today that there is
Yes.
no excuse. There is no excuse to
Mhm.
not find a way through.
Mm.
You know, to not find a way through in
Yeah.
these dire times. Like for example, my wife said gas keeps going up, and I'm just like, oh, that's good. That's great. That's great. That's great. What
'Cause of
why is
oil?
that why is that great? I'm just like, because I own Chevron, and the more gas goes up, Chevron's profits go up, the more dividend they pay out.
Dang it.
Yeah.
I've been
That's the way.
investing in this.
That's the way you gotta think. That's the way you gotta think. You know.
Yeah.
That's
I've been
the way you gotta
investing
think.
in this the sticker is like 4 U's.
Ticker.
Ticker is a U. It's a 4U. It's like deals with like uranium and stuff like that. And so I've been, there's no dividend out of it, but it's just sort of like the energy thing, because nuclear is going to be that portion of the future that's going to happen. Like there's no choice.
My thing with nuclear, yeah, nuclear,
Nuclear
is me personally, I wouldn't invest into an individual's. Me personally, because I don't tell people what to buy. But me personally, I wouldn't invest
Just
into an individual stock. I would invest into an ETF that tracks nuclear um,
mm,
nuclear blah, 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 nuclear stocks personally, because
mhm.
the ETF is always safer. Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't get the massive 30% moves if something were to happen, but
Mhm.
it reduces the risk. Me
Right.
personally. Me
Yeah.
personally.
No, that's understandable. Again, I don't.
And
I'm
actually,
involved in so many.
I would even go a little bit further. I would think a little bit more like an investor when it came to that. For example, what does nuclear companies produce a lot of?
Power?
Waste.
Oh, nuclear waste. Yeah, of
So
course.
I would put money into a trash company, literal trash, not trash as in like bad, but trash as in like garbage company, for that matter.
But that would be more on the nuclear because nuclear has to be dealt with in a separate manner because of the radioactiveness.
And who's to say that a company like Waste Management wouldn't come up with a contract for a nuclear company in order to do all their stuff for them?
Oh man, I don't know how they have to get around that
You see
because
my
that's a lot
point?
of
But you see my
yeah.
point though. But you see my point though. It's like stuff like that happens, right? Like when AI was first happening, I'm like, I'm gonna no, I'm not gonna put money into these AI companies. I'm gonna put money into DLR, which is a real estate company for data centers.
Mm,
Way before the whole data center thing started to happen. I was just like,
mm,
oh, I'm gonna put money into this one, DLR. I love
mm,
DLR. There you go. So that's the way you gotta think as an investor, not
mm.
necessarily on the upfront, but on the back leg of things as well. Like, what is this industry going to affect down the line?
Well, that sort of sounds so much like how McDonald's did their whole thing, where it wasn't about the food; it was about the real estate, right?
Right.
Their whole thing was the real estate, and so they instead of being, they still focused on the food, but they were more on the land beneath the
And
stuff because
franchising and doing all that stuff.
yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
so
Yep. Yep.
it's basically going along with what Wayne Gretzky said. Don't skate where the puck is going. No, wait, don't skate where the puck has been. Skate where the puck is going. I think
Yep.
that was the.
Yep.
It's been a long time. Wayne Gretzky is probably so old for many people not to know.
I don't know who that is. I'm sorry.
That's it's a famous hockey player. But the point of the
All right.
matter is, though, is that I understand, but I've been just in like more the dividend and all that stuff, and just areas where dividend is paid out to some degree, like what was it, QQQ,
We could talk about
Q.
that. We could talk about that. I mean, we're at the
Yeah.
top of the hour. I don't know if you want to do your thing at the
Oh,
top of the
that's the
hour.
yeah, that's the yeah, sure. Thank you to my guests for reminding me, even though I would have just let it go, and you'd be like, "Listen, guys, I have something for you," and that probably would have worked. But I'm not him, so I'm not gonna say anything. But anyway, somebody's like, "Oh, isn't that nice?" Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That's what happens when you're the host. Let's see if that will fit. Oh, yes, it does. Right there. All right. So if there's your stuff, Fatal. So if you want to promote your stuff, the floor is yours.
Uh, that shouldn't be the app for X.com anymore.
Oh yeah, that's right. I have to change it. Curses! I forgot it. I was
I'm
copied over the
sorry.
old one.
I'm
I
sorry.
will,
We decided to
I will.
rebrand. We
I
decided
know.
to
I will
rebrand.
change it. I will change it later. Hey,
Oh,
Sacred
Raid!
Sage,
Sacred Sage! SS! Which
look at
means
him.
something else in this
He's
context.
he's coming in large and proud. There's Sacred Sage. Thank you, Sacred Sage. Much appreciated.
Sacred
Um,
Sage, never change your name to SS.
Yeah. Oh no, it's already too late on his thumbnail.
Oh,
Invaders pillaging, invaders looting. Hey, you know what? We're not we're not the
pillage the
Vikings, but we
village.
pillage the village. Yeah, thank you, Sacred. But anyway, if you'd like to go ahead, good sir, the floor is yours. I'll change
Yes.
your X later.
Oh, you're just gonna dead name me like that? Okay. No. So
Twitter X.
okay. So I guess, yeah. I basically run the channel Financial Freedom. People just call me Fatal because that was basically the first name of the channel. I no
Mhm.
longer make content on Rumble
Mhm.
to that degree. I mainly just put out 2 videos a month. One on the 15th, one on the 30th/31st. Just tracking, showing my dividend journey,
Mhm.
because that's basically what I do when I invest. Is I invest specifically for income, and we're going to talk about that coming up, because I really would like to show exactly how, again, we have vehicles today that our parents and grandparents didn't have, that allow us to
Phones.
make money. Well,
Mhm.
not even phones, but just allow us to make way more money with less money, if that makes any sense.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
you know, so if you would like to follow me on X, I basically put out a lot of financial stuff. Usually on earnings, I try to track earnings, because again, I do have a 9 to 5, so it's very difficult for me to be on top of the ball when it comes to stuff. Um,
Mhm.
so I try to mention earnings when I can, or inflation when inflation day happens. CPI, PCE, when the Fed decides to cut or raise or keep the same interest rates, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But in general, the content is basically just twice a month. I do have other channels for music, which I basically made my own song recently. That's Fatal Music.
Oh,
Um, yeah, that's
nice.
Fatal Music, and then I also have Fatal Gaming, which I played Solo Leveling, Arise, Overdrive.
Mhm.
I don't feel like playing anything else right now, so I'm just
Hey, that's
done
go
with
for
that.
it.
So I'm just
Yeah.
chilling. I'm just doing my whole dividend thing. I try to help as many people as possible. I have had one-on-ones, well, with people on Discord, about talking about like dividend investing and that kind of stuff, and showing them exactly how it works,
Mhm.
and how you can legally pay zero in taxes. That is a thing, and all of us have the ability to do it. I want to go
Damn.
into that a little bit as well in this
Mhm.
next hour. But I have one-on-ones with people. I don't charge. I do it for free. If I have certain requirements based off if you're married, or if you're single. But in general,
Single.
hopefully not for long.
Ah,
Set
let's
me
just
up.
get back to getting your stuff up there. But
But that's
yeah.
basically it. So if you guys would like to, learn about investing and that kind of stuff, hit me up on X or Discord, and I'm more than happy. We'll set up a date. You're gonna have to buy me dinner first, but we'll set up a date, and I could walk y'all through it.
He wants a corsage and he wants that steak dinner, you son of a bit. You're
Filet
gonna get
mignon.
him. He wants a filet mignon and he wants it rare.
But yeah, you can follow
Um,
me. If you don't follow me, that's fine too. Honestly, I'm just happy the way that I am, just working on the garden outside. That's what makes me happy nowadays.
take off his cap. But anyway, but yes, that's not his X. I'll make sure to change it. But that is his Rumble and his YouTube. So if you want to find out all his videos and stuff, pretty good. And again, guy has knowledge and skill. That is basically, I think at this point, like you've already covered your mortgage through your dividends.
We could go over that.
I just said it. Oh gosh. Go
Well,
ahead. We'll go
well,
over it
I didn't
later.
know if you wanted to talk about you now, since I said my thing.
I bring you on. We'll talk about whatever we want. But anyway, links are right there. They'll be down below. And again, I will make sure that X gets changed. I'm just not going to do it now while we're live. So there you go for that. Of course, for my end of things, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like, sharing the content, leaving a comment, or follow, anything that helps with the engagement factor is much appreciated, because not only does it help in being seen more, but it
Smash
also
the like
helps in
button.
having other people on, like Fatal Financial, aka Fatal. Let's see, I've had DFF on, I've had Sacred Sage on, I've had on over 365 various guests, creator or not. So you want to know how it goes. Well, this month of August is going to be jam packed with people. So come by, stop in, and see who's on, because all we talk
And
about
I'm
is
leading
whatever.
the pack. And I'm
There we
leading the
go.
pack. So
He's leading the pack like a
leading it.
timber wolf. He's like a timber wolf on the prowl. I want my steak.
You know something? A lot of people have said that I look like a wolf for some reason. All throughout high school, that's all I got. That I look like a wolf, which
Because
I like
he
it. I'll take
howls a
it.
lot.
I'll take it. I'll
He's a,
take it.
he is not the wolf on Wall Street, though. That is something we'll make a very clear distinction. He's not the wolf on Wall Street.
I'm not effing leaving.
Let's do it. Oh,
I could
goodness.
not sit through that movie. I just could not.
Ah.
Too much debauchery. Too much debauchery.
Oh, he was living it up. Let's just
I
leave it at
know.
that.
Too much debauchery. But Okay, yeah, no. So going back to what we were talking about,
We're
yeah.
not
So
done yet. What are you, whoa. We're not done yet. What are you talking
oh,
about?
well, I don't
No, we're
know.
not
You
done yet.
kind of just ended
I
it. All
gotta
right,
get.
fine, go.
I'm not finished yet. I'm almost there. Go.
Hurry up and finish it. Go.
last, last time I'm breaking you. You rotten piece of scum. Betty, if you want to know where else I'm at, there's my link right there. Big shout out to Tomby for making it streamers, because anyone can use it of any platform. And it's good to have one link to rule them all. And on the web, bind them. But no, it's a helpful tool and all stuff. Hey, Bright Gaming, how are you? Nice to see you. But again, if you want to know where else I'm at, that's the link go to. No, I do have at least a few things I promote before we get back into it. And one of them, of course, is Proton VPN. Now, I have promoted Proton in many different formats. Actually, funny enough, I'm using Proton VPN right now while I am streaming. Usually the case you hear him say, no, you shouldn't be streaming with VPN, but I'm like, I'm streaming with on right now and I'm running into issues. So a little privacy for my matter right there. And I'm doing it for quite some time. But I have used Proton in its many different facets: Proton Pass, Proton Mail, Proton Drive, and again, I'm promoting this one because I believe, and just like Proton believes in privacy as a human right, and you can go to the link right there. Now, if you make a free account, paid account, doesn't matter to me. What matters is that this tool is in your hands, and that it helps you and keep a little bit of yourself safe, because again, your data does get sold out there on the web to data brokers and stuff. And believe me, you and me, if you've never seen a channel called Payback Scammers
Yes.
or Scammer Payback,
Scammers Payback. Yo. Yes.
you might want to start looking them up, because I tell you what, I've heard a bunch of sad stories. And when you hear about, so there's quickly one story I heard where there was a talking about a gentleman they had come across. He was about in his 70 years old, and I can't remember if he had recently lost his wife or his wife had been dead for quite some time. But I found out that he had gotten hit by a scammer one day, and they weren't able to take everything, but they took about 70K of his
lot.
life. That's a lot of money. And they will hit in many different places. They'll hit like PayPal, Microsoft. There'll be these people that aren't, and it's one of those things to be wary of. And Scammer Payback is doing a pretty bang up job, because I don't see many, like, you have Kickbow and stuff, but like there aren't many people doing out there, or you're waiting on government to do something. But at the end of the day, they're doing something pretty great. And again, using Proton in that manner, even in the free version, is one of those ways to help to fight back against it for your own benefit. So you can check up on that link right there. Free or paid, doesn't matter to me. All that matters is that this tool is in your hands and it's for your betterment, not mine. So there you go for that one. And of course, the last one I'm going to promote is, of course, Biltong USA. If you've never heard of biltong is a South African snack that is air dried cured meat. Actually, I've had on the gentleman who owns the business. His name is Anton. They reside in Sunset, Texas. So if you're in Texas and near that area, probably be worth dropping in, because they make hot food there as well. So pretty great people, and I always enjoy being able to buy when I can. My wallet doesn't agree with me for right now, but sooner or later I'll be able to get something from their store again. So a link right there. You can go to the website. They sell biltong, sweets and treats for the UK, a whole of some. They even sell toiletry stuff. All right. But you can also use code DARA right there for 10% off. So DARA, a 4-letter word you can say and should be saying, because some of you have a potty mouth and should be changing that. So DARA, 4-letter word you say, 10% off. Link right there for the website. Thank you so much. All right, now we can go back. Are you done with your conversation over there, or do I have to wait?
My wife is right there. She was asking me a question. My bad.
Oh, wait. If it's important, hey, the question, if it's directed at me, you can ask me. It's okay. I'm all right.
You're not that, to her, you're not that important, my guy.
Wow. Oh, never mind. Forget it. You know, stay over in your corner. It's okay.
Go back to your corner, your cold corner, with all your
Stay in
sticky
the
notes.
basement.
Yeah. Hey. That hurt. I hit way too close to home, because I am home. But all right. Yeah.
Like-
Okay.
like
So
Gold Yeller.
so yeah, as I was saying, that we have a lot of vehicles today that are grandparents, and parents didn't have, right? I mean, the fact that you
Yeah.
need minimum $25,000 just to start investing. Meanwhile, today we don't even need that. We just need $5, and you could buy one share of sorry, not one share. You could buy $10 or $5 of, like, for example, Apple. That I think it's at like 200 and something dollars, or like 300 and
Yeah.
something dollars now.
It's
You can just
called
buy
fractional investing or fractional
fractional
stocks.
shares, correct?
Yeah.
Fractional shares, correct. And that's a way to start, right? Because that's the whole point, is just to start. You can't,
hmm
like, I always make this comparison. If you go to the gym, you never been to the gym before, and you go to the gym for the first time. After one day, you will see nothing. After 2 days, you will see nothing. After a week, you will see nothing. After a month, maybe things will get easier, but you will still see no results. Only after you go for years and years and years, nonstop consistency, is when you actually start seeing the results. And investing is the exact same thing, right?
Yeah.
And usually what gets people is the fact that there are multiple ways to not pay income taxes legally.
Legally.
I'm talking legally. I'm not telling anybody to break the law. But there is a way to legally not pay any income taxes, and the easiest way that's available for us is through dividend investing. Did you know that?
Nope, I did not know that.
Well, Dara, you should know that, because you know me. So how do you not know that if you know me?
Well, you could say also because of whatever money I earned through Rumble in that part I could do, but even then I still, because of my full-time job, so I'll just put it this way: during when I was in the creator program earning money, or when I was earning money from the creator program, I had earned $3K for the whole year. Right now, that was only when I was earning. I haven't earned from it since like last September, whenever that ad rate thing was, and so I've been earning like whatever little is, and that's fine. I didn't expect to, but my whole thing, that money that I put away, like the extra money I put away with my paycheck, helped cover that, and so I didn't end up owing. Well, I I used stuff for like the items I had bought and whatnot, like for my show to itemize, I guess is the term.
Yep.
And so I did that.
Yep.
But no, I didn't know that you could just basically take, because that's the thing right there with the whole payment issue with Rumble, is that it's still a mess,
It is still a mess. It is still a mess.
and they haven't done
They
anything
never
to-
really fixed it. I mean, they were gonna use something with something else, but yeah. But like, well, so like, okay, the fact that you said that you take your day job income to then spend on your equipment and all that stuff, right? At least for people that no longer are in the Rumble program, or they just feel like, what's even the point of this? Let me just stop.
Yeah.
How about you take that money and then put it into the stock market, so that way you can at least get something, because as I was saying, that the legal way to not pay any income taxes is, or at least the easiest way for us, is through dividend investing. Because if you're single,
Yeah.
to the first $48,000, you pay $0 in income taxes, zero, at the federal level.
Okay.
If you're married, want to give me the number? You want to guess it?
80,000.
98.
Ooh, close.
So you could be making almost 100 grand and pay zero in income taxes.
Interesting.
Except that that's not the actual number. The actual number, if you're married, it is 130,000.
Ooh,
Yep.
that's crazy.
Because there's something called a standard deduction, and the standard deduction gets applied to your gross income. So a standard deduction, if you're married, is about $32,000. So if you make
Wow.
$130,000 after the standard deduction, it brings you down to $98,000, which is right at that peak, at that threshold, to literally qualify for zero income taxes.
Wow, that's pretty interesting. I didn't
So
know that.
imagine making 130 grand. And by the way, this is money that you get cash right on hand. Like, it doesn't go through any filters or anything like that. Boom, it gets delivered instantly to you.
Mm.
130 grand if you're married, filing jointly, and you pay $0 in income tax. 0. If you have a child, that's another tax credit of $2,000 per child.
Mm.
So you're basically getting paid by the government to make babies at that point.
So that's why you want 2 kids. Now I get
And Christ told us, be fruitful and multiply.
Oh.
But yeah, that's the legal way to literally not pay any income taxes. Now,
Mhm.
if you're making 130 grand, and obviously at that point you would not need to work, right? You would not need to be tied down to a 9-to-5 job at that point. You could
That would
literally
be
just
nice.
move. You could just move to one of the 8 states or 7 states that don't have an income tax, and then you will pay 0 income taxes as well at the state level.
Is Florida there yet or no? Because I remember they're.
Florida's
They are?
been
Okay.
there. Florida's been there.
Okay.
The one that went away was Washington.
Really?
Washington, they say we no longer have a state income. Well, we still don't have a state income tax, only for people who make $500,000 or more. I'm just like, right, you have a state income. I don't. It doesn't matter how you try to qualify it or try to quantify it. You have a state income. End of story.
Yeah.
Like
State
enough.
income
Like,
tax.
Oh, but not if you make. I don't care. I don't
Yeah.
care. The answer is no.
Yeah.
You have a state income. No. The states are. Let's see if I don't mess this up. Alaska,
Okay.
Wyoming, my favorite state. Wyoming, number one
Wyoming.
state right there. Wyoming.
Florida.
Texas,
Texas. Okay.
Florida, Tennessee,
Tennessee.
South Dakota.
South Dakota.
I'm missing one.
You said 7.
I did say
That's
7.
6.
Which one am I missing? I'm missing it. I don't remember what the last one was. Dang it. I missed. Yeah, I don't remember. And it's not New Hampshire, by the way. It's not New Hampshire. You can say New Hampshire all you want, but it's not New Hampshire.
Give me something. Oh, it does say New Hampshire. It's
No.
actually 9
So
states.
New Hampshire. Nope. New Hampshire does tax dividends.
Tax dividends. I don't know what that means. I don't know
They,
the words.
They tax dividends. That's what I just said. Nevada. That was it. Nevada. That's the one I missed. That's the one I
There
missed.
you
So there's your 7. There's your 7.
Yeah.
Nevada. Always forget Nevada.
So
Yeah.
New Hampshire and Washington are out of it.
Right. So see, phased out remaining interest and dividend taxes. So they do tax dividends, which is if you're earning dividend income, that's not what you want. You don't want to be
Yeah.
taxed on dividend. So
Mhm.
you could literally just move to any one of those 7 states and make 0 and be taxed at 0 at the federal and state level in taxes.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good deal, man. So
Oh yeah.
I look at this and I'm like, man, why aren't people doing this more? Especially now. Well, actually, I guess the reason would be is because people are like, well, what's 3%? What's 4%? The thing is that there are things now called cover call ETFs, which one of them, as you said, was QQQI.
Yeah.
That if you don't know what cover call ETF is, please do your research before you put money into it. But basically, they sell cover calls on the NASDAQ, and they give you the premiums that they generate by selling cover calls, which is basically what I'm doing with Rumble, but they do it on the entire NASDAQ. The premiums that they make from selling these cover calls get paid to you as well.
Mm.
And that's upwards of 14%. Meaning that if you want to make 130 grand a year, right?
Mhm.
If you want to make 130 grand a year,
He's getting out his calculator. Hold on.
I am thinking, I'm like, how do you know? How did you know?
Because I can see your eyes move. I know what
Do
you're
my
up to.
okay. I am thinking, I'm like, okay. So if you want to make like 130 grand a year in dividends, using cover call ETF specifically, you would need, let me tell you exactly how much you would need. So this would be 130
Round the 5, carry the 1, minus the 2, times the 5.
Not times the 5. Just one simple division. Just
There you
one
go.
simple division.
Divide the
You
2.
would need. Is that correct? I don't think that's correct. I think I made it wrong. Whoopsie. I think I put it wrong there. I think I put it wrong. Sorry, my bad. I know I put it wrong. I'm sorry.
All this time we thought we were dealing with someone with smart, and he just
I know,
fooled
right?
us.
I know. $920, almost $930,000 to make 130 grand. But here's the thing: that's to make 130 grand a year. If you want to make 60 grand a year, which that's well up, that's within the median, right? That's within the median. With 60 grand a year, making around 14%, that number drops to 428,000.
Jeez.
That's a big drop though.
Yeah.
That's a huge drop. You could do $430,000 invested into QQQI and make 60 grand a year before you turn 40 years old. If you have no debt, you could.
Yeah.
And
I can see
that's huge because that's basically what I did at the beginning of this year. I basically sold all my stocks and put majority of it into QQQI, and I basically make right now $33,000 a year. So I'm about halfway there.
Yeah, because I remember when you made that post about you're able to cover your mortgage with that, and you were trying to work your way up. Now, I mean, I've put like the total amount, like I said, the total amount of my investment that I have now through Robinhood is like 2.4K, and it kind of goes up and down depending on how the stocks are doing. But
You
I
want to look at
always
your cost basis. You want to look at your cost basis.
I always buy when it's red, though. Always buy when it's red.
You've learned well, young Padawan.
I know I got a good teacher. No, it's buy low, sell high, that sort of thing.
No, buy low, hold when
Buy low.
high. If it falls low again, you keep buying.
Keep buying. That's right. Well, that doesn't mean. Well, not all of them I do that with. Like I haven't done it with Rumble
Fair
for
enough.
pertinent reasons. Berkshire, I have some for Berkshire. I've been trying to. So, like I was telling Fatal earlier, I did finally, after a long time, now have a full stock of Apple. So I don't know if that means much, but I mean it's still a full stock of Apple, which is still pretty
Full
high
share.
up there.
Full
Share. Sorry, a share of Apple.
Semantics, I know, but semantics, I have to correct you.
I know, but I also have in other dividends like the QQQ and some other ones because of the regard of what you've been talking about, like dividends and stuff. And I'm not at like $1,000 or whatever, but it's still something that's later down the road because I eventually turn that back into like the stuff that have dividends or whatnot because I have ones that have turned into penny stocks and I don't invest them anymore. I just let them go because
Well, you know what the definition of a penny stock is, right?
a penny stock is a penny. What?
Yeah, no, sorry, go on. Yeah, sorry.
No, I was just gonna say it's a penny to get in. What's the definition?
Under $5.
I thought you said it was under $1 last time.
No.
Oh.
What qualifies as a penny stock? You can look this up. What qualifies as a penny stock is anything under $5. Anything under $5 is technically a penny stock. So Rumble, at some points when it does fall under 5, it does become a penny stock. Yes.
That's gonna be interesting when that happens.
So
very interesting. No, but like I said, like I could show you all my stuff, but like I'm not the smartest of the thing, but I know that putting into places with dividends, like Vanguard is another one I have dividends in. I know Visa and MasterCard have dividends coming out of that, but I don't have full stocks in them. So there's that.
their main things though is dividend growth, not dividend income. Because if you look at the rate at which they have grown that dividend in the past 5 years, it's upwards of like 17%. So imagine getting a raise every year for the past 5 years at 17%.
I would consider popping out the champagne at that point. But
Now, granted, the 17% raise is pennies, but multiply it by a couple hundred shares, it does make a very much big difference.
I'll get there one day, Ma. I promise I'll get there.
It's a slow grind, man. It's literally just a slow grind. Eventually, you get to the point where the dividends pay for an entire share by themselves.
Yeah, because I mean, like, how many? Because I told you about the Sphere one. I did that because of what I believe for their stuff, right? So that's more of a personal thing rather than a I don't want to like a money thing or something. So it's sort of like I believe in what they're doing, and what they're doing is a combo form of entertainment, right? And that's what I feel like that future part is going to be when you can combine a few different things and turn into an entertainment form. Like, sure, it's a bit expensive to take a seat, but
I mean, you're paying
it's
for the experience, you know.
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
I've looked at it and I'm just like, I looked at the Sphere and I'm just like, it does look good on the outside. I think it would make me dizzy and
Vertigo.
claustrophobic on the
Yeah,
inside.
that's understandable. Like, what? So you've I don't know if you heard of him or not, but B Money. All right, I'm not sure if you heard of
Okay,
B Money.
I have heard about B Money. I
Oh,
listen. I am
what
not.
happened?
No. Not nothing happened. Um, I just disagree with his way of investing because he doesn't really invest. He trades. And trading
They.
is not something trading can be very beneficial. Matt Kors, he's the number one guy here when it comes to finances on Rumble.
Mm.
He's a day trader. He could trade.
Oh wow.
I have been on his live streams. The guy has let me tell you, I have been on his live streams where I kid you not, within the stock market opens at 9:30. At 9:30 and 5 milliseconds, he's already
Yeah.
made $40,000. Like instant.
Wow.
Instant. Boom, right there. It's been 2 minutes, already made $40,000. I'm just like, that's a day trader. That's the way that you're supposed to do it. Because he actually understands. He follows all of these technicals. He follows, gamma. He follows, he mainly trades on SPX and NDX. He
Mhm.
follows VWAP. He follows all of these technical jargon that I don't even understand some of it, but it's actually true. Now, I've never seen any of B Money's content,
Mhm.
but just by the few instances that I have seen him, he mainly just does the whole thing of buy low. And again, I don't want to talk ill about the guy because I've never met him. He mainly does crypto. And again, I have my issues with crypto because it's not an investment. It's
Yeah.
not. And calling it an investment is disingenuous. It is,
Mm.
right? I'm the type of guy, and I know a lot of people are like, no, you're wrong. Like, okay, well, believe whatever you want. My dividends cover my mortgage. Can you say the same? So I'm of the opinion that crypto, not an investment. Your
Mm.
primary house, it's not an investment.
Mhm.
It's not. The definition of an investment is something that produces something, that produces an income, that produces something.
Mhm.
Gold, by the way, Warren Buffett also doesn't think of gold as an investment because it doesn't do anything. It doesn't produce anything. What does gold do? It sits there, it rises with the price of it going up, and then that's it. That's not an
It,
investment.
it was a physical asset.
It
In the
is a
same way
physical asset.
houses. Yeah. Yeah.
Right. It's a physical asset, but it's not an investment. A
Mhm.
rental property is an investment,
Mhm.
right? Because a rental property pays you rent, pays you rental income. If you
Mhm.
do it right, you could be profitable. You could be profitable. If you do it wrong, it could sink you. But it is an investment in that sense. Crypto is not an investment. Your primary house is not an
Mhm.
investment. Gold is not an investment. So this whole thing of like buy low, sell high thing, I don't subscribe to that, and that's something that I wanted to make a video about. I don't know if I should. Again, I'm kind of iffy right now when it comes to making videos, but I wanted to make a video about how the normal way of investing back in the
Mhm.
day no longer works. No longer
Yeah.
works.
Mhm.
And because the old way of investing the boomer way, the Gen X way of investing is, oh, in your 20s, buy into growth stocks. Buy into growth stocks. You have so much time to work and to build all that stuff. Just buy into growth stocks.
Mhm.
Um,
Bright says income growth and equity gain investors tend to butt heads on investment style.
yeah, yeah. I'm just the type of guy that I don't consider, if it doesn't produce something, if it doesn't produce an income in one way or another, it's not an investment. That's just the way that is.
Mm.
Um, but what I was saying was that the old way of thinking of investing is buy into growth stocks, buy into your Teslas, buy into your SpaceX. Not saying to buy these things. I'm just saying this is what they would normally say, right? Buy stocks
Mhm.
that have a massive growth potential.
Mhm.
The problem is that no longer works because our generation, millennial and Gen Z, literally can't afford anything at this point. We're literally, pinching pennies over here. So the way that I like to, and you've said that you put money into like Amazon, which doesn't pay a dividend. Sphere doesn't pay a dividend. Rumble doesn't pay a dividend. I'm not against these types of things. And by the way, I'm also not against crypto either. I have crypto. In fact, I have
Here's the
do.
thing.
I do. Look at this. This is where I hold my Bitcoin right here. I have a cold wallet.
Just the one?
It's a cold wallet. Yeah.
What's a cold wallet?
Right. See, this is something
Oh,
that I
yeah.
wish Rumble would have explained. So the Rumble wallet is something called a hot wallet. It's connected to the
okay.
internet. A cold
Mhm.
wallet is what I just showed you, which
Mm.
is not connected to the internet. You could store your Bitcoin in there, and unless you connect it, it's not connected to the internet at all. It's just stuck there.
Yeah.
So it's safer in that sense. Hot wallets are more susceptible to to hacking and that kind of stuff because they're
Yeah.
always connected to the internet. So I'm not against these types of assets, right? I'm not
Mhm.
against these types of assets, but I'm of the opinion that when it comes to our generation, the first layer that we should build when it comes to this pyramid
Mhm.
is an income foundation. Normally, people say growth foundation. I'm like, no, no, no. You gotta have an income foundation,
Mhm.
right? You gotta have you. My personal thing is put money. I'm not saying to do this, but put money into things that are going to pay you back.
Right,
Because
dividend stuff.
Right, because you are, in order to be able to put food on the table, in order for you to be able to actually survive in today's economy, is to have a second income,
Mhm.
right? So I can't worry about, oh, when I retire when I'm 65, I can finally use it. No, I need to know what's going to happen next month. Am I going to be able
Mhm.
to pay the electricity, to put food on the table, all that good stuff, right? So I'm of the opinion that at the base level, it should be high income ETFs, high income, not fully high income because you got to do your own due diligence. Companies
Yeah.
there are companies that pay a 50% dividend, but they're literally taking on hundreds of millions of dollars to pay the dividend in debt. So
Wow.
don't just put it willy nilly. But you have to first settle the first layer of the pyramid with high income. Then the next level above, I would say dividend, normal dividend income. So you got high
Mhm.
income, then you got normal dividend income. Things like, for example, your SCHD, for example, that's an ETF that if you don't know about it, you should, because that is a staple for all dividend investors. You might want to write that down.
Mhm.
SCHD. Um, let me just-
What was that again?
um,
Hold on.
your chevrons, your well-established companies. That would be like the next
Mhm.
layer up. So you've built your base foundation. You now
Mhm.
have you now have, let's just say, $10,000 coming in consistently every
Mhm.
month or every 3 months. You now have a little bit more leeway or a little bit more flexibility in your income because you're making an extra $10,000 back. The next level would be stable companies, like for example your Chevron, your McDonald's, which by the way they have earnings tomorrow, and they're at 52-week lows. Your McDonald's, your Lockheed Martins, your all those companies that are well established that pay a moderate dividend, but their growth on that dividend is about 5% or so, right? 4 to 5%. Then one layer above that would be your dividend growth companies, companies that pay, like, for example, Visa. I think their dividend yield is 0.75%, but their growth rate on that dividend is like 17,
Wow.
right? So you put money into those companies not to get the money back today, but for down the line, you will, they will give you 17% raises by doing nothing. That would be that
Jeez.
layer. Then one layer above that would then be a little bit more esoteric in the sense of like, if you don't want to do this, you don't have to. Entrepreneurship, which is basically what you do, make a content creation channel, make a business, that kind of like how Tooth is make entrepreneurship, right? And real estate. Maybe buy a rental property. Make sure you understand it, because it's very difficult to have a rental property and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then one level above that, the tippity top of the pyramid, that's where you have your speculative things, your crypto, your Pokemon cards. I'm perfectly fine with people that want to invest in Pokemon cards. I don't have a problem with that. But what I have a problem with is people who are struggling to pay their mortgage, struggling to pay their month-to-month things, right? Their month-to-month expenses, but they're buying a $500 pack of Pokemon cards in hopes that they get something rare, so that way they can sell it back for like $1,000. That's gambling. That's gambling. It has its place, but not when you're first starting off.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing too. Is like I'd like to the thing with the investing, right? Because again, like I said, I'm way beyond what I started with. Is the point of like having something that's passive? Because dividends are passive in the regard of, right?
The most.
I don't think it was MasterCard. I think it was 3M. Sorry, I thought it was MasterCard, but 3M is the one I was thinking of. That's one of my investments, but it's like it's having that, and having you on the first time was sort of that spark of wanting to get into that. And Robinhood is a good entry point, because I know there's like more fancier ones, but like being able to do fractional investing is a lot easier.
Most of them already have fractional shares. There's barely any brokerages now that don't allow that anymore. Most brokerages have commission free for buying and fractional shares. That's just a thing. And by the way, Robinhood was, for all the hate that Robinhood gets, they were the ones that pioneered it. They were.
Yeah.
So shout out to them for that. And
yeah,
when people say, well, what brokerage should I use? That's just like me. That's just like you asking me, what shoes should I wear to start working out?
Just wear shoes.
It's just like, who cares? Just start. Like, it doesn't matter. Just start. Just literally start. So
I would say, as you were talking about, like start with an ETF, right? That's it. That's the easiest. That's an easiest one to answer, because you could, like you said, there are ones you could get in trouble with or be wary of, and so you have to do your diligence. But like an easy one is just an ETF, because it's a combination of things.
I tell people, ETFs, right? If you don't know what that is, again, we have tools today that our parents didn't have. We have AI. Use it to learn. People use it to do to do their job. That's the incorrect way to do AI. Use it to learn. How do the rich not pay income taxes? Enter, right?
Rules.
Like how is this? How do they do this? Because we are under the same law as them. What do they do in order to do that? I want to be able to do it at a smaller scale, but it doesn't matter. I'm still able to do it. So use AI and be like, best ETFs with low risk. That's it. Or ETFs with 3% dividend yield. ChatGPT, Grok, Gemini, I really don't care. It'll tell you that. So ETFs are the best thing. And number two is, I always tell people this: look around your house. What do you use?
Toilet paper.
That would be Church and Dwight, if I'm not mistaken, or Procter and Gamble, either one of those two. PG. But I also love Church and Dwight though. I use AI to give lists of stocks, but not to pick them. Exactly. Yeah, use it to learn. Use it to learn in general, right?
Mm.
So go around your house and see what you use. Do you have an iPhone? Apple.
Yeah.
You know,
Done.
do you who's your electric provider? Odds are they have a stock and you could buy into it. My favorite thing is buy into the electric company that charges me the electricity to the point that they pay me a dividend that covers their own electricity.
Nice.
That's the best thing. That's the best thing. Because at that point it's just like you guys are paying your own money. I don't care. You know?
I'll have to look into that because I don't know if I don't essentially pay
Water.
for electricity per se.
Water. Who does your garbage? Is it Waste Management? Do
Yeah.
your trash cans have WM on it? That's the
Mm.
ticker. Waste Management, monster of a company. Love it. Simple, nice and easy. They pick up garbage. Can't get easier than that. Love it. Love it. The more boring it is, the better. You know? So I'm just saying that there's a lot of nihilism going on right now in our world, especially in
Mm.
our generation, millennial/Gen Z, which I don't know about you, but I'm smack in the middle. So I don't even know. I'm a mutt, I guess you could say, when it comes to those generations. But I'm like, there's so much nihilism, and I
Yeah.
get that people are struggling, but guys, there is a way through this. There really is a way through this, and it's not the same way that our parents did it. It's just is not. Stop wanting it to be. Enough. Enough. The horse and buggy are gone. Move on to the car. You know? So
Or the spaceship.
Or the
Oh wait, no, sorry, that's not that
spaceship, I
yet.
guess you could say.
That's not yet there yet.
I guess you could say. There are other ways to do it. You just have to figure it out. And again, I'm the example. I started with 16 cents in January of 2020. Today, last month it was almost $2,600. $2,600. That covers my rent. Or sorry, I keep saying rent. Sorry, I rented
Mortgage.
too long. That covers my mortgage, and then I have an extra $300 to pay other bills as well.
My question is, okay, because of dividends and stuff.
We're not there,
Do you-
George Jetson.
Yeah, there you go.
I do know.
There
I
you
do
go.
know the Jetsons. I do know the Jetsons. So.
Here's George Jetson. Do,
Da,
do,
da,
do,
da,
do.
da.
So you were saying that you're using your dividends to pay. Like, how do you not get charged taxes for taking out for that?
You get charged taxes just by receiving them.
Okay.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter if you use them or not. The moment that it gets deposited, you have to pay taxes on it. Now, there's a caveat to taxes, to dividend taxes, that the ones that don't get taxed are qualified dividends, whereas the one that I'm getting are non-qualified dividends. There's nuance to this. The ones that you want to aim for is qualified dividends.
Mm.
But again, the way that I see it is, well, okay, am I going to be paying more taxes for non-qualified dividends? Yes. And
Yeah.
it's still money that I'm not working for.
Yeah. And I
just
don't
have-
like.
Yeah,
Go
what's
ahead,
up?
Sorry.
No, you
No.
go on.
No, I was just gonna say, cause like for me, for the I've only earned pennies. Maybe like one was $1 on regards of dividends for all the ones that I've done, but I mean it's such a small number that it wouldn't mean much. But I'm just talking about like taking out directly to pay for your bills and stuff like you're doing. Like that is an interesting factor.
Even those pennies, though, you would still. My suggestion to you is you should still declare them.
No, I get my 1099 from Robinhood,
Okay.
and I still put them through the
Okay.
whole tax.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, good. Because I know some people are like, well, I don't do it because it's only pennies. I'm just like, you should still declare it. You should still
Yeah.
declare it because
All the tax
next
stuff,
thing you
yeah.
know, because next thing you know, the IRS is gonna be like, why'd you make so much money from this thing? And then you have no history of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, you don't want to do that. But no, in regards to me, I guess we'll find out because I just did this in January. So I don't know. Now I have made a calculator in order to track how much in taxes I will owe. and
Yeah.
I have been giving more money on my W-2, taking away less money on my W-2, and trying to get as close to zero as possible by the end of the year. Um, so hopefully I get close enough. But yeah,
Yeah, it's gonna be something of a learning experience. But yeah, I just figured to ask that. Oh, I have a good one there, Conquest. Thank you for stopping by. But yeah, it's one of those things where it's like it's a fascinating with dividends, and yeah, I'd like to be at that point where, say, like I could, you know, you wouldn't have to. Dividends would be able to pay for more. It's just the regard of like the intricacies of because it's like the thing with like doing taxes, right? Like there are many people out there who don't know how to do it, and they're paying someone else to take care of those things, which is kind of an all right thing because you don't want to do it wrong, right?
that's the way that I do it. I don't mess with the IRS, bro.
Yeah. Get somebody who knows it. I have a person who is a former CPA who still does it on the side for people, but regardless, it's just like it's a very interesting aspect to learn and to be just like putting in like even for me like again I put in like $20 a week because I get paid weekly. That's enough to cover like I put in so like for different stocks that I have like other than the penny stocks I don't put anything in that penny stocks. I put in like five as far as I can take that 20. I put in like five each or whatever because you can go as low as $1.
Mhm.
I believe you can go as low as $1 in Robinhood.
Okay, so Charles Schwab, which is the one that I use, minimum is 5.
Okay. Well, Robinhood goes as low as 1. So just to clarify that. But like, yeah, I like again. I have QCOM. I have Nvidia. I have the triple Q. I have QQI. I have Apple, Amazon. All the ones that like the dividends right there. I'm trying to figure out what else. But like my list is long. But like the ones that have turned into penny stocks, I don't touch them. Like Public Square. Remember when Public Square came out and they're like the next big thing, try to go up against Amazon? Well, where are they now?
Exactly.
Not doing so well.
Exactly.
Not,
Exactly. I would try to diversify a little bit more. Look into other sectors because right now you only have just mainly tech, right? You have 10 other sectors that you can go into. So real estate, for example, the real estate sector, those
mm,
dividends are upwards of like 6 to 8% usually.
mm,
By law, they have to be that high.
right.
You got your utility sectors, which is one of my favorite sectors.
I'll have to look into
You
that.
got you got companies in there that that pay your electricity, for example, that not pay your electricity, sorry, that provide you your electricity,
Mm,
provide you your water bill, right? American Water, that's AWK. That
I
is
do okay.
another one. You want to go into nuclear energy? There are some utility companies that are well established that do nuclear on the side, that do have a nuclear department. For example,
Mm,
NEE and Next Era Energy, that one does nuclear on the side. So,
mm.
like, instead of like speculating into these only nuclear companies, which don't get me wrong, if they end up doing good, great. But I would rather put my money into something that's already established.
Well, no, the one I was talking about, the one thing I was the UU one.
Ooh, yeah,
Um, it's called Energy Fuels is basically what it's called, but it's been around since what was it?
1987.
19 oh you already have it up, never mind. 1987. So I haven't put anything in recently, but I've been putting into that because it
And
has been around for a
so,
while.
they're a mining company. Yes, they're a
E-
mining company.
yeah, it's a mining development company which engages in the exploration and evaluation of uranium and vanadium properties. I'm not sure what that is, and a whole bunch of other stuff, but it's been there since 1987. So like, man, you can tell me I'm a wrong person, but it's still part of that ordeal. But like this, yeah, like you said, it's a there's other ones like one called Viking Therapeutics is one I've done into only like one share, and then AST Space Mobile's another that I've put into. So like, yeah, sure, Microsoft. I have something in Microsoft. Not a share though, more like a
Did you
little
buy
bit.
when it fell under $400?
No, it's above. I probably bought when it did, but it's above it now.
I
So,
know.
but I
I'm saying, did you buy when it fell below $400?
yes, I bought when it was red. I bought one. It was a red.
And look at it now. Microsoft, it's a dead company.
I will say this for Xbox, right? The I can't remember her name, but
Xbox makes I think less than 5% of their income.
well, I mean, yeah, but the move she's making is like she's being honest about, yeah, we've kind of screwed up and we've got to start making ourselves more, what's the word, profitable. Costco, I've got one for Costco. I've got one
Costco.
for
You got one share of Costco?
no, I don't. I don't even have that much. I have one for Schwab U.S. Dividend Equity ETF.
SCHD.
Yeah, I bought into Vanguard Emerging Markets. Oops, I don't
Okay.
want to do that. Why you no get? I don't. Why you no? Get me out of this.
So
No,
you do
get
have
me out of that.
SCHD then.
Let's. Oh gosh, why stupid buttons? 3M is one. The Visa one. Nvidia. Uh, some other ones like health ones. I did put like money into Celsius, but that whatever that entails. I did put some money into Tesla, but that's a different story in its own right. So I mean, like there. That's my well, it's not whatever.
It's not focusing, but I believe it.
So like a GME, like the B money thing with that. That's the whole. Yeah, I know.
And that's my point.
Uh,
Probably a great guy. Look, probably a great guy. I've never talked to the guy. I have a feeling though if we're talking, it will be an argument all the whole way through. But that's my
That's
point.
fine.
It's just like that's not investing. I don't like that. I don't that's selling a pipe dream for
Yeah.
people that come on. Let's be
That's-
for real here.
But those are all my investments right there. That's
Yeah.
it.
My one I guess critique, not criticism, is
It's coach.
you have way too much.
Yeah, I know. But the ones that are penny stocks I don't touch anymore because they're not worth touching.
Fair.
The Lucid, the Public Square, the Hain, like the ones
you're
that are penny
positive-
stocks I don't touch.
If you're positive or break even on them, just get rid of them.
Well, no, they've gone way down. They haven't really gone up. So they may look like they've gone up, but those are like small increments, and whatever I invested into it is been abysmal. And that's the thing, right? Like I think last time we talked about penny stocks, he said, just let it ride out. Don't put anything more in it. Just let it ride out.
Fair enough. Yeah, just let it ride out. But if you need the money, I would just. You
don't-
probably don't even have that much money into them, right?
Yeah.
So it's whatever. Honestly, I think that's why I said that. But
Yeah.
I've talked to people that have these penny stocks, and I'm just like, I'm not telling you what to do. But if I were, I would just sell it, take the loss, put it as a loss in your taxes, and then just put that money somewhere else.
I think it would reflect in the 1099 if
It
it's
would.
a loss. No.
It is.
Yeah.
It is, and then you
Yeah.
can, and then it counts as a credit.
Because if that's the case, like all of them only have like one or less than one, and so basically I'm just taking that small incremental amount and just pushing it back out to the other ones that have something like Apple or whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean, like looking up the electrical one, like looking up the water one, looking up the things that you talked. What was the Charlie, like toilet paper? You said I mentioned toilet paper.
I said Procter and Gamble,
Well, you said Procter and Gamble, and you said another
Church and
one.
Dwight, CHD,
Church and Dwight. Okay.
CHD. That would be the ticker. And
CHD.
I love them for one reason and one reason only.
What?
There is an epidemic of lonely single women that in the next 20 years is going to get even worse.
Oh yeah.
And one of the things that they make is vibrators and lube and kitty litter.
Oh.
So
Well, there you go.
I love that company for those three reasons.
It sounds so awful though. You're you're basically investing in people's downfall.
I mean, I'm not hoping for it. I would listen again. If I was supreme overlord of the world, I would be like,
Yeah.
everybody needs to have 7 kids. All right. So I'm not. I'm opposed to that. I'm opposed to the nihilism. I think that the future is actually very bright, hard, but very bright. But man, if
Yeah.
people want to if people want to, do their own destruction, who am I? This like, what am I going to do to stop them? The most I could do is be like, hey, don't do that.
Yeah. Hey, that pan right there, it's hot.
Hey,
That
you
fire
should
is hot.
probably find a good man. As you should stay at home, give him kids, have the traditional lifestyle. Oh, you don't want that? Okay, I'm gonna invest in the church in Dwight now.
Well, the problem with the dating point is that both sides have an issue that they don't know how to resolve, and not men aren't exempt from it either because they do cause their own problems. Like it's not every man, but they're a bunch of men. Same with women. Like both sides are causing their own problems, and you throw the dating apps in there, you throw in the social media aspect in there, you throw in all these shows that like the whatever podcast, right? And they're dedicated to showcasing off the OnlyFans, but that's what gets the views and all that stuff. And so you have the social media aspect that plays into the psychology of it as well. Like you have kids that grow up in homes where whatever's whatever, right? Like you have such brokenness in such disarray. Like then you ask, like, why is the dating aspect so bad? Well, ask about the environment these people grew up in, right? Like we
Which
have so many questions.
which is why I am very pro-natal, and my solution to that problem is have more babies and instill them with your values, so that way this goes away. It'll take a few generations, but it'll go away. You just have to have more babies.
Yeah. But the problem of it is the work to get there, and a lot of people are like giving up
No
on
one said,
doing that
no
work.
one said it was gonna be easy. You
Well, of
know,
course not. Of course that's gonna be easy, but you're dealing with that mindset that's already out there in the field, right?
which is why you gotta have babies in order to then, in order for that mindset to then change as time passes.
Oh, it's gonna be a very stalemate point at this point.
Oh no, at this point, but
But
in like 20 to 40 years, it should be fine.
that's why we need to. I need to write that down. Invest in diapers. All right, what's the one for diapers?
I believe it's also Procter and Gamble. Yes,
All right, I'm gonna do that right. I'm gonna get in them diapers. Children and adults, by the way. Don't forget children and adult diapers.
baby boomers.
There we go. Well, they're booming something. I go boom boom. Oh, it's too funny. Even if I'm laughing at myself. But anyway, it is the top of the hour again. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna start winding our way down because I need to get set up for tomorrow. And I also need to get going to bed. So, because tomorrow's going to be a later show. But anyway, quickly going over our stuff. Bing, bang, boom. I will get his Twitter X right, but Mr. Fatal, the floor is yours.
Yeah, so I mainly do dividend investing here on Rumble and YouTube and X. Don't really make that much content nowadays, but if you want to follow my dividend journey, I make 2 videos a month, one on the 15th or around the 15th, and then around the 30th, covering basically the portfolio performance and all that good stuff. And since January, my dividends have covered my mortgage and then some. So the goal
Nice.
is I'm about halfway through covering everything. So hopefully I can get that by the time I'm 35, which is in 5 years. So that's kind of the goal right there. And I'm more than happy to help anybody. I know that people are struggling a lot nowadays. So if anybody would like help and learning about dividend investing and that kind of stuff, and the taxes that come behind that, I'm more than happy to help. So
This man is saying my services are free, and you, gosh darn it, I'm gonna get you on that right path.
and they're free because I personally think that it's something that people can look up for free. So
Yeah,
why am I going to
definitely.
charge? You know?
Yeah. You're no what's his name? Berkshire Hathaway. Bob. I know
Warren
he said
Buffett.
his name.
Warren Buffett.
Warren Buffett. You're no Warren Buffett, but you're certainly trying to get there, and that's pretty awesome. But no, I think people, to some regard, because like, here's the problem with the whole of retirement is like sooner or later. That's just not going to play out as well as people want to hope because most of them are pinning on
Well,
some manner of social media.
well,
Of social
retirement
charity now.
retirement is a stupid phrase. I prefer being financially free.
There you go. That's much better because retirement is because people don't, at a certain point, people don't retire. They just find something to take up the extra time. So it's and some of the time is you have to imagine this though. When you come into retirement, you're put on a what is it? You're put on a certain amount every time. You're drawing from your pile of money you've put up for, and you're drawing money away from it, and so you're only going to get a certain amount. It's why wouldn't you want something that continually keeps going,
Keeps
rather
going
than
and keeps growing too.
there you go. That will be the ending statement of tonight right there. Keep growing, keep going. Keep growing, keep growing. Don't do it like that. Otherwise you're gonna
I did this. I did this to nothing.
just do like that. Yes, because when you start going like that, that's when people Is he doing that Roman salute thing? Is that
Listen,
what he's doing?
listen, I'm Hispanic, so I don't know. Listen.
if you put up a rosary while doing it, that might have helped a bit.
I'm not Catholic, so no. I'm not Catholic, so no.
No one said you had to be Catholic. You just put up the rosary. But anyway, his links are right there. Again, I will make sure that his Twitter X link is correct later tonight. So keep an eye on that. But links will be both on the Rumble site and YouTube site. And again, I've posted to my other places, but they are ephemeral, meaning they only last for a certain period of time. So be mindful of that, of course. Whatever platform you're on, if you don't mind leaving a like, sharing the content, leaving a comment, or follow, anything that helps with the engagement factor is much appreciated. I know, right? I could be like everyone else. Share, like, and subscribe. Share, like, and subscribe. But that doesn't really do much. And everyone already knows that because that's like a YouTube mantra. I don't give a rat's behind. I care about that. I get to do this thing where I get to talk to all sorts of people who artistry to once was a actor to financial to all sorts of stuff. I get to talk to all sorts of people, creator or not, and that's why I enjoy doing it. That's the riches I have, even if it's not like the dividends we've been talking about tonight. Those are riches in there. But any help with the engagement factor is much appreciated on any of the platforms, Rumble, YouTube, all that stuff. And also, if you want to see where those other places are at, well, I got something for you. There you go. There's the link right there. You can go in there. You'll find all the different places I'm putting my stuff on, whether it be Blaze, Kick, VP Zone, all that stuff. Putting it all over the places and just trying to get my stuff out there because TikTok, just because I want to share these people with the world. Even if I'm not the professional attention grabber, I know that what I do has worth to it, and that's the important factor right there. So thank you very much. Of course, going through it quickly, I promote Proton. It's many different facets. This is promoting Proton VPN. More info in the link below. Make a free account, make a paid account. I don't care. I care about putting a tool in your hands that's for your benefit more than mine. Nowadays, privacy is king because I'm telling you what, your data gets sold out there to data brokers, and they'll tell you, go watch Scammer Payback right now. Go look up the channel Scammer Payback. They make it entertaining and all this, but go out there and you will see Africa, India, all these different places that scam you out of thousands to hundreds of thousands of dollars. There are people who have lost their livelihood, and some have even ended their lives because of that remark, which is a disaster in itself. It's not the end, but some people don't see a way through, and that becomes a problem in itself. So go to that link right there. Protect your privacy on the internet. Even if you just make a free account, I don't care. I just care about putting this tool in your hands because I believe in what they're doing, and I promote it on that factor because I use it myself. I'm not promoting it because I don't use it. I use it on a daily basis, and I'm using it right now. So thank you very much for that. And of course, Biltong USA. I've actually had the owner on. His name is Anton. Him and his wife run the business in Sunset, Texas. So if you're near the area, might be worth visiting the shop because they do make hot, fresh food every day. So there you go. But again, link right there. You can go through, see what Biltong is, the other things they sell, jams, heck, even toiletries they sell there. So might be a good idea to look through it. But you can also use the code DARA to save yourself 10% on stuff. So again, link right there, code DARA, all the good things. Thank you so much for that. But of course, tomorrow at 9:30 p.m., I will have on the Bearded Nurse. So this one's going to be a little later, but I'm looking forward to have this gentleman on. He is a male nurse and is working in the hospital industry. Cool dude, and plays games on the side when he's not doing nurse work, similar to how Putinbot used to be in that regard, but is no longer doing that anymore because he is his own boss now, sort of. But anyway, that'll be tomorrow at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. Of course, the last thing I do with my guests before we ride off the sunset is, of course, is questions from a hat right here. Questions in the hat, all that good stuff. My guest gets 2 freebie questions, but you, if you want to make him suffer a little, just out of the fun, you can pay for more questions at hand, whether it be $1, $2. I have stated this, so if someone were to give a straight 500, right? And I'm talking a straight 500. This can't be no community raising, whatever. All the questions in the hat will be asked my guests, and that's 40 plus questions. So if you really want to make my guest suffer in a good way,
And yourself.
yeah, and myself,
You're gonna
but
have to read it out.
it's still going to be good, and I'll get through it quickly. But anyway, let's get started. Are you ready, good sir?
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
I thought at least a verbal confirmation.
I
would have
went
been
like that. Yeah.
almost feel like you're trying to do a magic trick.
Like
And then,
with the salt, like
Salt Bay. Good lord, that's so old. That's how old we are, is because we know what Salt Bay is. Oh goodness. All right, question number 1 right here.
Uh-huh.
Let's see what it says. All right. If your pet could talk, what's the first thing they would say to you?
hey asshole, stop messing with me.
That pet would be like, "I'd like some more food, please."
No,
Hello?
no. It's not the cat. The cat would be like, stop messing with me, asshole.
Such a rude cat. You know what? Tell that
Daisy-
cat no more catnip.
Daisy May. That's
Daisy
my May.
There you go. Daisy. It sounds like a southern song. Here comes my Daisy May.
Here
But-
comes Daisy May.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically what I sing every single time she walks near me. Here comes Daisy May.
Stop being a fur ball and poop 'em on the floor.
Nah, it goes. She's like a lion stalking her prey.
There you go. That's my Daisy May.
No
All
mice
right,
will ever
question-
get away.
There you go. Question number 2, and this will be the last one unless someone gives a rumble rant. What's the most absurd thing you believed in as a child?
Oh, that if you went in the ocean after eating, you would die. There you go.
Oh yeah, the 30 minutes thing, like if you
For me, it
went
was
in
an
30
hour.
minutes-
For me, it was an hour.
Hour.
But okay, Hispanics believed in an hour, so there you go.
You shouldn't do that, man. It's like if you go in, you'll drown.
But for some reason, if you eat in the water, that's perfectly fine. And I'm just like, come on.
It's gonna give you more buoyancy, Just try to get more in there. But yes, that.
You gotta eat all those carbs. It makes you float.
Get that carbs. You almost look like you almost would be Titanic. Don't sink like the Titanic, huh? But that'd be like trying to do that with Toothman. But anyway, that of course is the end of the show. And of course, thank you all in chat for being here. Much appreciated, and glad you all been part of tonight's DaraChat. And of course, big shout out to the man himself, the man who calls himself Mr. Moneybags, but not really.
Where?
Financial. Oh, I'm sorry, I meant Warren Buffett. Sorry, Warren Buffett's not there. But anyway. Oh man, it's nice to have you on again, Fatal.
Glad to be back.
Always nice to get to have you on. And actually, it's funny enough, you were reaching out. It was like, well, the first time I was like, well, we can do this, the sort of stuff, the one-on-one stuff privately. But getting your message out there of all the financial stuff, like back in the day, it took a lot more, but nowadays it doesn't so much. You could basically go in with $5 or $1 and start investing, and people,
Better your life.
yeah. Well, like what was the saying? Like penny saved is a penny earned. Well, take those pennies and start putting them in something that'll get you pennies back.
The 1,000-mile journey starts with a single step.
That's right. And if you end up back on your store step after that 1,000-mile journey, you took a left turn. But anyway, you're always welcome to come back, sir. Glad to have you on for a third time. It has been a true honor.
Let's do a fourth one in the future.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll definitely get there. There's a lot of people I still have yet to invite, and my month of August is full, basically. So
Okay.
there's that.
In the future. In the future.
In the future, I feel like it's Disney World at that point. But anyway, again, like I said, tomorrow at 9:30 p.m. Eastern will be the show. We'll have on the Bearded Nurse. So look forward to that. And of course, like I said, thank you all for being here. And of course, how I end the stream, of course, is a song that, yes, I did use Suno to make, but the words are my own. This one is called A Moment to a Lifetime. So again, guys, see you all tomorrow, 9:30 p.m. Eastern. Have a great rest of your night. Bye, guys.
Give me a moment, and I will make a lifetime. Give me a lifetime, and I will make something beyond recognition. Beyond recognition is a desire, a flame born of dreams forward. Yet dreams do not push beyond their scope. A recognition held back by reality. But reality's a dreaming way to come true, and be reality. So what do you wish? What is your desired reality? In truth, maybe not much. In truth, maybe it is. Only you can weave the dreams of wanting reality to form. And then, only then, will you create it. Give me a moment, just a single spark. Watch it catch and carry through the dark. Beyond what you can see, beyond what you can name. Every dream you're holding is a quiet flame. The world will tell you wait, the world will tell you no. But the river moves for those who let it flow. 'Cause reality is a dreaming way to come true, and be reality. So what do you wish? What is your desired reality? In truth, maybe not much. In truth, maybe it is. Only you can weave the dreams of one reality to form. And then, only then, will you create